Mpɔtam morning show with PAPALAW Perfect. Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. GMT. Mpɔtam morning show, building communities together with you. Mpɔtam morning show with PAPALAW Perfect. Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. GMT. Mpɔtam morning show, building communities together with you. Swabadu Zatokataya, Re Makatonda Yataya, Rubado Gadaba. No weapon fashioned against us shall prosper. Lord, I thank you for the power of resurrection that is at work in my life and situation for a sustained breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I ask for a deployment of the power of the Holy Spirit into your finances for notable and sustainable breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I breathe on you the Spirit of God upon your life, upon your finances, upon your business. May the power of God come afresh upon you. I curse, I block, I thwart, I sabotage, I put down, I throw down every force of darkness contending with you. Let that power bow in the name of Jesus. For this is the day the Lord has made. May you rejoice and be glad in it. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. In his presence there is fullness of joy. At his right hand there are pleasures forevermore. By strength shall no man prevail. With God on your side, you are powerful than the powerful, stronger than the strongest. In the name of Jesus, when God is on your side, power is on your side, favor is on your side, glory is on your side. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former. I pray for you. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May you be lifted. May you be elevated. May God grant you favor in every sphere of your life. In the name of Jesus, may God elevate you. May your going out be blessed. May your coming in be blessed. Wherever the sole of your feet shall tread upon, may you possess the place. I pray that any witchcraft coven, plotting and scheming, planning and plotting against your destiny, let every force of darkness backfire by fire, backfire by fire. Break every conspiracy. Break in the name of Jesus. Break is your word, not like hammer, breaking rocks into pieces. I block, I break, I pull down, I throw down every works of the devil. I cover you in the blood. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May God order your steps into all righteousness. May you be elevated. May you be favored. May God bless you with marriage, bless you with finances, bless you with wealth and riches. Rabadu Satokataya. Hey, Makatonda Yataya. Rabadu Sata. Let victory be your portion. Upon Mount Zion, there shall be deliverance. And the house of Lawrence success, and the house of Holy of Holies, and the house of God shall be victorious. You are covered in the blood. You are favored. May you be lifted. May you rise and never come down. May God arise and let your enemies be scattered. You are covered in the blood. May you be elevated. May God cover you in the blood. By the efficacy of the blood, let every mountain crumble. Let every valley be filled. Let every crooked ways be made straight. I cover you in the blood. May God keep you safe. I pray for the church of God. I pray for the world. I pray for businesses. I pray for your career. I pray for your children. I pray for your child. I pray for your husband, your wife, your fiancé, your fiancée, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your helpers. I pray and prophesy. May your destiny helpers locate you right now. Rubado gado zateya, regado mankoto mate katekataya, rabado gadaba. Break every force of darkness. May you be blessed. May you be lifted. Be blessed. Be lifted. Be exalted. You are covered in the blood. You are blessed and highly favored. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Swabadu Zadokataya. Re Makatonda Yataya. Rubado Gadaba. No weapon fashioned against us shall prosper. Lord, I thank you for the power of resurrection that is at work in my life and situation for a sustained breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I ask for a deployment of the power of the Holy Spirit into your finances for notable and sustainable breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I breathe on you the Spirit of God upon your life, upon your finances, upon your business. May the power of God come afresh upon you. I curse, I block, I thwart, I sabotage, I put down, I throw down every force of darkness contending with you. Let that power bow in the name of Jesus. For this is the day the Lord has made. May you rejoice and be glad in it. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. In his presence there is fullness of joy. At his right hand there are pleasures forevermore. By strength shall no man prevail. With God on your side, you are powerful than the powerful, stronger than the strongest. In the name of Jesus, when God is on your side, power is on your side, favor is on your side, glory is on your side. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former. I pray for you. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May you be lifted. May you be elevated. May God grant you favor in every sphere of your life. In the name of Jesus, may God elevate you. May your going out be blessed. May your coming in be blessed. Wherever the sole of your feet shall tread upon, may you possess the place. I pray that any witchcraft coven plotting and scheming, planning and plotting against your destiny, let every force of darkness backfire by fire, backfire by fire. Break every conspiracy. Break in the name of Jesus. Break is your word, not like hammer breaking rocks into pieces. I block, I break, I pull down, I throw down every works of the devil. I cover you in the blood. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May God order your steps into all righteousness. May you be elevated. May you be favored. May God bless you with marriage, bless you with finances, bless you with wealth and riches. Rabadusa tokataya. Rei makatonda yataya. Rabadosata. Let victory be your portion. Upon Mount Zion, there shall be deliverance. And the house of Lawrence success, and the house of Holy of Holies, and the house of God shall be victorious. You are covered in the blood. You are favored. May you be lifted. May you rise and never come down. May God arise and let your enemies be scattered. You are covered in the blood. May you be elevated. May God cover you in the blood. By the efficacy of the blood, let every mountain crumble. Let every valley be filled. Let every crooked ways be made straight. I cover you in the blood. May God keep you safe. I pray for the church of God. I pray for the world. I pray for businesses. I pray for your career. I pray for your children. I pray for your child. I pray for your husband, your wife, your fiancé, your fiancée, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your helpers. I pray and prophesy. May your destiny helpers locate you right now. Rubado gado zateya, regado mankoto mate katekataya, rabado gadapa. Break every force of darkness. May you be blessed. May you be lifted. Be blessed. Be lifted. Be exalted. You are covered in the blood. You are blessed and highly favored. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Free more. I'm a near come we. Ya me way me free more. Yes, so feed your man. You try my man. You can't tell me to me so sad. Give me ye dawa brabo mo. So more Swaba faswa mami. Samini msauba ya mesaya. Ankame suda. Mini msauba ya mesaya. Ejanka manka senti ya oda. Mesaya dawa ya ide. Asi. Come and send you down. Missy, my sin and sando. I more. I'm a near me come we. Ya me way me free more. Yes, so feed your mommy. You try my mommy. You can't tell me to me so sad. Give me ye dawa brabo mo. So
of June 2023, the year of our Lord. This is Mpɔtam Morning Show with PAPALAW Perfect. We stream it live on www.morningghana.com, online radiobox.com. Good morning, Ghana. It's your favorite morning show, Mpɔtam Morning Show. Asida. Blessed morning. God bless you. God keep you and protect you. Go ahead and give God some crazy praise. Magnify the name of the Lord. Bless his name. Give him adoration. Among the gods, none can be compared unto him. He's bigger than the biggest, stronger than the strongest. We have a lot more for you today. It's your favorite morning show, Mpɔtam Morning Show with PAPALAW Perfect on PAPALAW Radio. We rock it wide and streaming live on www.morningghana.com, online radiobox.com. 40 minutes on top of the hour, 6 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. Good morning, the judiciary of Ghana, the parliament, and the presidency. Good morning, all police service officers. Good morning, the military. Good morning, drivers and their mates, teachers, students, businessmen, businesswomen, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, journalists, and every worker who is awake this morning. May God give you life and strength as you step out. May the presence of God go with you and bring you back safely. Keep praising God, keep magnifying the name of the Lord. Go ahead and praise the name of the Lord. Give him praise, give him adoration. Among the gods, none can be compared unto him. What a God we serve. Go ahead and praise his name. He's greater than the greatest, mightier than the mightiest, powerful than the powerful. I'm super excited because God has given me the free gift of life. You have every reason to praise him. Go ahead. We have a lot more for you. What a God we serve. Interestingly, Ghanaians have suddenly started reading books. They are not interested in reading books. Thank you, Yvonne Nelson. I'm not Lawrence Success. Alright, my book is also loading. And I'll be sharing with the whole nation very soon. And I have somebody who I'll put at page 1000. So you can imagine the number of pages I'm going to publish. Alright, so it's Mpɔtam Morning Show with PAPALAW Perfect. It's a blessed morning here in Ghana in the studios of PAPALAW Radio, Community 11, precisely. So we stream it live on www.morningghana.com, online radiobox.com. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline. Send the link to your friends. Shot fired. Fingers crossed. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from every evil. For thine is thy kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen. Forever, O God, thy word is settled in heaven. Call a friend to call a friend. Tell your friend it's Mpɔtam morning show. Today we have a lot for you. I'll be sharing with you the weather forecast for today. I'll also be giving you various headlines in our various newspapers, news that are making headlines. I'll share all with you. We'll have a reporter all the way in the central region giving us updates on the Senate election slated on the 27th of this month. We also have a radio doctor on this show to educate us on typhoid fever. Typhoid fever. What do you know about typhoid fever? Dr. Brave Leslie of Standards Clinic in Koforidua will be on the line to speak to us, to educate us on typhoid fever. Then the politicians will take the center stage. We'll speak with Honorable Daniel Ashama, and also from the MPP's front, we'll speak to Honorable Solomon Asante. What a great show. We have a lot for you. Stick and stay here because the best is yet to come. Don't leave this place. Don't skip this video or broadcast. Just share, hit the share button, share the message on your page, on your timeline, send the link to your friends, tell your friends it's time for Mpɔtam morning show. Here we'll give you credible news, authentic news, reliable information. Don't go anywhere. We'll give you the best until kingdom comes. All right, so let's take the weather forecast for today. Sun and cloud will alternate across the country during the day. More sunshine is expected for areas within the north. Thunderstorms are anticipated for areas within the south later in the day. Ghana Meteorological Agency predicts. Good stories are, like I always say, are always repeated. So let's take the weather forecast for today again. Sun and cloud will alternate across the country during the day. More sunshine is expected for areas within the north. Thunderstorms are anticipated for areas within the south later in the day. Ghana Meteorological Agency GMET predicts. The best is yet to come. May God keep you and protect you. May the hand of the Lord rest upon you. So if it had not been these great institutions, these great companies, these great businesses, we wouldn't have been on air today or this morning. So let me acknowledge our sponsors. Nana One Shoes. Nana One Shoes is into sales of all kinds of shoes for kids and adults. They have belts, they have bags, it's unisex. They have unisex straps in there. So just contact Nana One Shoes on 0256836112 0256836112. Nana One Shoes can be located at Community 11, directly opposite Community 11 School Complex. When it comes to shoes, bags, belts, anything about shoes, anything about bags, anything about belt, the only place to go is Nana One Shoes. Contact them now and grab your shoes, your belt, and your bags. Now, when it comes to photography, one name stands for Shabak Photography, formerly Shabarage Photography. Shabak Photography is located at Community 11, adjacent the Presbyterian University Tema campus. Shabak Photography is into all kinds of photography, passport size photograph, photo shoot for all events, your wedding, your engagement, your birthday party, and naming ceremonies. Call Shabak Photography on 0244 671593 0244 671593. Shabak Photography. Photography is their hallmark. Now, when it comes to balloon decor, the only place to go is Law Balloon Decor. Law Balloon Decor. Law Balloon Decor is located at Community 1, directly opposite Zenith Bank, TMA branch. Contact Law Balloon Decor for your wedding, your engagement, your birthday party, and your naming ceremony. Contact Law on 0542 371320. 0542 371320. Law Balloon Decor. Beauty is their hallmark. Now, when it comes to chicken, a bank koko yendia, and koko tonwa, Kwadu Farms, Ejiremu akoten, omujina brano pa. Woman koko no more broilers, more layers, more white type, more brown type. Now, white type on almost 14 Ghana cedis, 14 Ghana cedis, brown and so almost 13 cedis, 50 pesos. Almost cockerels, white cocks and almost 2 Ghana cedis, brown cocks and so almost 5 cedi, 50 pesos. Plymouth and the Amena and friend check, you know, almost 5 Ghana cedis. Sasso Bears and so almost 9 cedi, 50 pesos. Contact Kwadu Farms. And now from Wahuma Trofo is 0245 99 quadruple 0 0245 990000. And as will be to my from Wahuma way so 0243502811 0243502811. Kwadu Farms, oh, your machine more Tantra Hills. A brand be a omu bi oma ponse onion bedidwa. Omo mo anomo fa free Ivory Coast. Kwadu Farms said don't be a seasonal farmer. Kire say afimuni nyina omo ho se omo ne obedidwa. Omo ho so beton kokode amae. Kwadu Farms e ban kokode a omo ne dimu akote. Na ebaduane papa na duane nya duane bia ne aduane bi wo awudi a na sisi a wayare. But Homies Restaurant and the pub, the Obaduane no, healthy, bro. Because very healthy. Say, enuane die nyina bia wom. Omunuane no down so papa. Omumenu ni fufu with all kinds of soup. Omo fufu ni kwan bia bi wo ho. Omo banku ni okro, omo tilapia, omo ampesi, ene kontomre, omo garden egg stew. Yentrowa. Abomu omo obi wo ho ebunabunu omo obi bush meat ebanwuramu nama omo obi jollof rice and fried rice omo ni nyina bi wache assorted drinks and sabia omo obi almost and serve delicious breakfast and opay mako dimi breakfast na dia betna microphone yi echi ko neko take you breakfast here. Omo ye delivery offer omo ahomatrofo we so a omo beba be deliver e dia ma baby a wo bia from 0244 887349 0244 887349 and as 0269 314725 0269 314725 omo Tema Community 9 Omone driving school no ne washing bay no and a bo ehwanimu. Homies Restaurant and Pub, we serve you healthy foods. On my be year if you menu me and 50 minutes on top of the hour 6 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We streaming live on www.mortonghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. Stick and stay right here. We have the best for you. Oh my, ya me no my. Won some ya didi paneye. Oh my be ye if you know me right now Mpɔtam to say. What says you Mpɔtam? What to do? Mpɔtam. What it to gatamu? What praho? What do do? Ya my Mpɔtamunte. And can any afraid be kwasafujuma communal labor. Yam kosunya nisa. Na yini yarewa emfi. Mpɔtam. I don't think Jumedi Yasheshe. We build communities with you. Building communities with you. Together with you, we'll build your community. I entreat you, the community-based people, to take it upon yourself to tidy up your community. When one community is clean and the other is also clean, Ghana will be a clean place to live. A healthy place to live, of course. So let's do agenda clean community. Agenda clean community, or clean your community. Hit the share button, share the message on your page, on your timeline. Send the link to your friends. Tell your friends it's time for Mpɔtam Morning Show. So let me give you the headlines in our various newspapers. Let me give you headlines for our various newspapers. Vice President Bawumia hails grassroots contributions to the success of MPP. AKUFO-ADDO trial, judge warns accused person over disrespectful conduct and running easy work court. Accused the Toma a judge, not judge, so Twama, and easy work court walk. And no son, no what time did not share you say, or no, are you free? Bahamas Princess Town signed sister city agreement to boost development. Bahamas Princess Town signs sister city agreement to boost development. Police inspector pleads not guilty to murder of girlfriend in court. Hey, Majua Casey. At one point, at one breath, this inspector says he's guilty. Yesterday in court, the narrative have changed. He says he's not guilty. He pleaded not guilty. Interesting times. You see, the one who made the law, we should always thank the one who brought law. CCTV, everything shows that you killed the lady. You have admitted for killing the lady. You are now in court, all in the name of law. You are now saying you backtracked on your initial declaration that you are guilty. Today, you are saying that you are not guilty. Interesting. And so yesterday, the family members and loved ones, well-wishers, thronged the place and they resisted the police. Even when the police wanted their way out, they struggled before they had their way. They actually wanted to pounce on this police officer. Let's see how it goes. Daily hearing of criminal case. Court to hear Kwesi's review motion on June 21st. Interested. Hey, Papa is on my brave pal. Chachi Kwesi. My goodness. All right, Ghana and Zimbabwe signed cooperation agreement to strengthen relations. Former ARS leader convicted, fined for contempt of courts. Ahmadiyya missionaries graduate from university. Anas had an interview over the weekend with DW Dachivela TV. Anas says, I will shake Ghana's foundation before 2024 election with corruption Exposé. Anas no. First you bold here. Now college ne dwade akoshe dem. Never say. Anyway, you're trained. I am an anti-corruption campaigner. So I'll join forces with you. Once it's about corruption, I'm for you. The methodology, I don't care. It's all about getting information. Open corruption you reject it. All right, if President AKUFO-ADDO cannot govern Ghana with 40 ministers, he should step down. Professor Bob King, Prempeh College Honors Kufuor, Dr. Prempeh Enata. IEA Constitutional Review Series. Chiefs takes turn today. no. Kumfi performs final funeral rite for 2 chiefs and 2 queens. Ban on ruminant to be lifted after 70% vaccination coverage. This week in Parliament, 6 ministers respond to questions. Developing African economies build strong financial institutions. Only 2 countries in Africa do not import oil. Dangote. So yesterday it was a beautiful meeting with the president, the current president of Nigeria, Tinubu Ahmed Bola. Yesterday he had a wonderful meeting, a business meeting with Dangote, the renowned business man or owner. He's a Nigerian. And then I saw Bill Gates part of that meeting, and I was amazed. You see, success attracts its kind. Look at Dangote today connecting with Bill Gates. I'm sure it was not one of the dreams he ever had, but that is what success does. I pray that you be successful in every facet of your life. Trust me, if you become successful, successful people will connect with you automatically. Success connects to success, I'm telling you. So Dangote, together with Bill Gates, had a wonderful meeting with the president, Tinubu, at Aso Rock. In fact, Aso Rock, I heard only 2 countries in Africa do not import oil. Dangote. Gamanye was model of traditional dignity. President AKUFO-ADDO. Question applies for review of daily hearing of criminal case against him. Chip embedded passport coming. Director of passport declares. Court dismisses suit against Association International School. 6,481 failed teacher licensure exam. Interested. Hey. Teacher for Zabos of Abosa, Bonde, Tunde, Sunday, Monday, Ma Bon Rough, 6,481 failed teacher censorship exam. Interested. 6,000. I repeat, 6,481 failed teacher licensure exam. The Mirror that is day. Men with mental challenges are advised to seek help. Man, my hospital, Why are Preku's presidential nominations forms were initially rejected by MPP Elections Committee? Dr. Fiyakuto, I'm not moved by crowds following my competitors. Oh boy, win your crowd now, pay. Hey, Akumadan Tomatoes. Man arrested for shooting mother to death during fight with wife. Poor gender imbalance in aviation industry worrying. Why IMF demands full disclosure on gold for oil. That's right. I thought as much. What's up, bro? For normal year, you own. I did beyond your beneficiary, be beyond your interest. Why IMF demands full disclosure of gold for oil. Ototonia Maya, and can you be natural on the yo? Hey, Africa. If we had worked on this economy to make it buoyant, to make it a thriving economy, IMF wouldn't be dictating to you. They will not be poking their nose into your matters. Transforming lives in mining communities, MDF makes impacts. All right, so it's exactly 7 minutes on top of the hour. 7 minutes here in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live and rocking white on www.mountainghana.com, online radiobox.com. David Amaru, what's your friends? Amaru Santos.
The big
Pacho Bodino.
Oh yeah, yes, Dino.
The Bodino.
Davido Alejandro dos Santos. Yeah.
Pacho Beko Kushia ma ba pe Gentle General.
Yeah.
ABA Fuseni. Junior.
Yeah.
Every price is skyrocketing, going higher in Ghana.
And not make a
except the height of the president.
Yeah. And the only competition worry of a wise man is with himself. So the only competition worry of a wise man is with himself.
Wow. So you don't have to compete with others or unnecessary competition.
No.
And that has been the bane of most of these youth of today.
I don't have time for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
You compete with yourself.
That is me.
To make yourself a better person.
That is it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So each day you compete with yourself so that you bring the best out of you.
Thank you,
that
Attorney.
mental toughness.
Yeah.
That strength, that tenacity.
That power.
My goodness.
Yes.
I like this quote.
Thank you, sir.
So let's look at but before that, good morning.
Why are you now giving me good morning?
Because you brought your quote earlier and you were explaining.
You started it first.
You were showing me how to explain your name or how to even mention your name.
I'm expecting you to greet me first.
Sorry, sir.
After that,
good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm bouncing well.
You can't say you are not bouncing well because you came in with fire.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
are you still laughing?
Oh no.
Okay,
I'm done.
Okay.
So what's happening?
Yeah.
David Santos,
Attorney General.
Mpɔtam morning show. Mpɔtam morning show. Cling. Attention please.
Cling. Assembly please. Cling.
Ubeti.
Yes.
David Santos,
Attorney General.
Your motivational quote here then.
And they are simple.
Very simple.
It's only two things.
When you are simple, everything works simply and powerful for you.
That is it. Yeah. So, Attorney,
yes,
I told you today's motivational message is very simple.
I know you.
Yes, I know it. Because this one has only two figures in it.
I'm telling you.
And we are going to, vomit it out for each and everybody.
Going to spit fire.
Yes, that is it. And so, Attorney.
Yes, sir.
Today's motivational vitamin goes like this. Some people are investments and some people are bills. Yeah.
There be
mention Obianim investment.
Obianim liability. Asset.
Thank you.
We accounting terms. Asset the idea just say a sumbo. And a car will be to your liability.
Yes.
You will need to be a debia.
Otiaka.
You are giving. You are giving to them. They are always at the receiving end.
Hey.
They must give. So some are investment and some are bills. I will go for the bills that will be to your side.
But
I confirm what your bills are my fraud. I will say, yeah, my bro.
Ose.
Be
Samson my Fabi.
Emperor the beer, I mean, here with me. Almost some near Kay.
My bro,
your bills.
Attorney.
And cannot know be Jara now. Bills not Dawson. Kakana mammy way, na me mammy to quay, me mammy so pay, a diane, me mammy so pay, wait, not the action, not the answer.
Attorney, someone send me my economics, yes, and to know, Seban economics, me also obia why economics pa on time send sikasa.
That's right.
Say mini shona debia me the first thing I look at is say me super and na be a week o from say we ya number no mimi number
or suspected.
Yes, my broke ukra
omo ye from bediwa
awa
frebi so nonsense. Nonsense.
Na nonsense dey say ye nipa din o.
Omo ba number no sa. No say. So when aboa na wo kra ma your friend take.
Yes.
Omo no say ya.
Two moja pa.
Omo yankitingiti o.
Pa.
But onum wa no ye.
No ye kese.
Ye beautiful.
As a balloon.
Omo no sa no why you confused.
Hey.
David Santos.
Attorney.
Ghana yede. Na honorable Okujeto Ablakwa say table ne betani. Opposition enye de o.
Yeah.
Nti President Akufo say so ye General Secretary. Na wo opposition. Ni owo ni oye we DC so kra wo for so che. Okay, asempa.
Yeah, okay, asem.
And no who say asem na ye omo ya papa jachi kwesi nsem no.
Enya gro.
You see the be ebedina se.
Ebedina, yes.
Munims or standing for election.
Sir.
Don't joke with government in power.
Yeah.
Now officer
they can frustrate
officer
you.
Sabinim power machine hands. And Sabi kuta near mum. They will make sure you are frustrated.
Yes.
Now kokota I then koye campaign. What you say? One baby on the afa. So I always tell people when you have power,
yes,
do everything legally to keep it.
To keep it.
When you lose it, it will take maybe
you.
the rest of your life. I'm sure always when President Mahama get up from his slumber, you know, last weekend when I looked at his demeanor, you could see there's a lot of weight on him. You know, I can read through the lines. Pressure now is too much.
Too much. Or you drink
I'm
too
sure
much.
always he's thinking, come to Niyama we me ye we say ya.
But that is bad though. Today is 25th.
Yes.
And 21st. And the election is coming off 27th. Hey.
And easy.
Ateni.
Yes, sir.
Pa ede ampa.
Papa.
Now Ateni, I'm interested in this story. Investigative journalist. Our own brother.
That's right.
Yes. Wasa kani humbium.
Your friend Anas Aremeyao. Anas. Nidin de
easy.
Anas Aremeyao. Anas.
Ateni. Osi before 2024 election beba so no. Osadi Osadi report eba. Na you said you like when it's about corruption. I also love when it's about corruption.
Yeah. I'm anti corruption campaign.
Thank you.
I hate corruption with an eternal passion.
That is it.
Hold your breather. Let me go on the line and speak with our reporter. He's our friend, our brother, in the same media space. He's with one of the finest radio stations in the central region. We are calling him to give us updates on Ascent North election.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm bouncing well. And how are you doing too?
Oh, we are doing great.
I hope the family is fine.
Fine. We are waiting for your momo on the birthday.
No shaking. Let me seize this opportunity to say it's his birthday. So happy, blessed birthday to you. You are 21st. I'm also 21st July. So a month from today, I'll also be celebrating mine. So we'll do it together. Don't worry. We'll do a combination of forces.
I understand why you have that clip.
That's right. So happy, blessed birthday. I pray that all your heart desires will come to pass. Amen. So your general overview about Ghana's politics.
Let me say good morning to our viewers and listeners on this special day of mine. It's always an honor to come to them and to give them insight as to what is happening in this country. When it comes to politics, Papa, I must confess that this country, the energy that we put in our politics, in our elections, political party affiliations and other things, if we should put half of it in governance, I don't think this country will be going to the IMF and be going to the Western world for loans and other aid, which comes with a lot of undesirable conditionalities.
That's right.
Which is crippling this country. Because when you come to Ascent North, what is happening there is as if that
is the next heaven. Is the next heaven.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why are they always not in these constituencies? In their numbers, with their machinery, the monies, and all the likes.
What baffled me is just one constituency election. Almost every...
Not 275 or...
Not 275, just one constituency. Almost every important person, so to speak,
from the NDC and MPP,
and from both parties are in Ascent
North.
And
the land cannot even contain them, I guess.
That is one of the smallest constituencies that you can have in terms of landscape and then population. And you are having almost every government machinery in Ascent North. All the national executive of both MPP and DC there. the minority leader, in fact, has been in the constituency for the past 2 weeks.
Can you imagine?
The minority leader, the deputy majority leader, Honorable Afenyo Markin, is in the constituency now.
Can you imagine?
Now, we saw a flyer of Honorable Kennedy Japan, who will also be in the constituency till they finish the election. And maybe today he'll be coming back to Accra to file his nomination.
That's right.
I don't know whether he will be coming in person,
yes,
or there will be a delegation to do that on his behalf. But he is there, and they call him the Asenua. So the owner of Asen is there to campaign.
I think I saw a flyer like that together with the Jeko, the actor.
Yes. So I am baffled with what is happening here in Central Region, especially in Asen North, when every resource, every available resource is being committed.
The national cake is now given to one particular constituency, now all in the name of winning the seat at all cost.
I don't actually get it, but let me brief you on some of the highlights and some of the things that people might be asking. For instance, when it comes to security, I must commend at the IGP and his men. If this is how the police is going to behave henceforth, I think that in the nearest future we will be having a lot positive things to say about the police.
That's right.
Yes, and if they can also trigger it into their recruitment where it wouldn't be on political and protocol basis, then the police can do yeoman's job for this country. That's because almost every corner you see police presence. They are visible or everywhere.
No repetition of Yawaso West will go on.
No. And I am praying that this attitude by the police will continue till after the election. And because the recent one in Kumewu, it was very peaceful. The police were applauded by both parties on their professionalism. So far, on the number of candidates, we have 3 candidates. Earlier, there were 4. One independent.
I think the independent has backtracked.
Yes, who withdrew from the race. So we have the MPP, the LPG, and the NDC. I personally spoke to the national youth organizer of the LPG, and he was
before we profiled the 3 candidates so far. There's this popular political cliche, communist inferior tactics. The MPP is accusing the NDC of trying to cause mayhem in Asen North because defeat is staring at their face. I saw Chema to me right there. I saw a couple of these party apparatchiks in there. I also saw His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama with his entourage visiting the palace of the chiefs. And one of the chiefs says, yes, you can say anything all they care about this government, but when you say the bad, you must also commend them for the good. In terms of development and infrastructure, this government has done well, and they are still even doing more for them. The chief actually said it right in the face of the former president after the former president has spoken. So what do you say about all these? The accusations back and forth from the NDC's camp to the MPP's camp.
Okay, so with the accusations, I have been talking to a lot of them from NDC, from MPP. The Bono East regional chairman of the MPP had an accident and was believed to it's alleged that a tipper truck or a Kia hit him.
That's right.
And I spoke to the assistant secretary of the MPP, and he was saying that they suspect that it's the NDC who plotted that.
Just to knock the car.
Yes. He also told me that one guy who is known to be an MPP activist was hanging their flags, and before he realized, someone has set fire on the motorbike that he was riding on at the time that he was setting hanging a flag on one of the poles. The NDC also came. I spoke to the Deputy Secretary Region, and he came to respond that, as you rightly said, defeat is staring the face of the MPP, and so they just want to make excuses or come out with excuses that cannot be substantiated.
That's right.
But in all, this political game comes with it. Everybody try to find a way
The
to accuse
psychological,
one.
I mean,
Yes,
play
yes.
and all that.
There are a lot of projects ongoing as I speak to you now, and the speed at which the projects are ongoing is something that if we it can be replicated in all the districts or all the constituencies. I'm sure in few years to come, Ghana will probably be considered as one of the most developed countries. Yes, when you speak to the MPP, they will tell you that the project has been started over years ago, but the speed at which they are doing it may, as a result of the by-election. And they will also give you an excuse that even when there's funeral at home, they
They have
they
to.
make they
I
have
remember.
to yes.
So
So
why do you? I think one MPP person said the same thing on this platform that
yes,
if anybody dies in the family,
yes,
what do? We have to put the place in order. Is it
you
because
know that.
of the dead or what? But at the end of the day, you have to put the house in order. So I
Yes,
remember I've
ye-
come across such statement in
yes,
recent
and
times.
you also mentioned that there was a chief who was applauding the government for the project. I am not surprised because this particular district, they are saying not if the constituency actually started in 2012, but the district, as in the administrative head, the administrative capital, having a district capital, started actually in 2018. And when you look at the Asin area, the northern part, which is the Asin North, is the least developed part of the Asin.
Okay.
From Fantini and Kumasi, where the Asin South district begins, to Asin Praso, where it ends. The northern part is the least developed. In fact, when I was in training college in Fusu, we saw that part as the remotest part of Asin.
That's
And so
right.
many of us declined posting
To
to that
even
place
going
for
there.
yes. So the Asin Breku, which is even the district capital, it is now seeing facelift as a result of the district being created. So in 2018, that was when the district was created. And when there is a district in your area, people are happy because now they have a lot of offices being built for them. The Agenda 111 hospital, one is being built. And if not for the fact that they have a district on their own, they will be relying on St. Francis Hospital in Ashimfusu. So if that project is completed, it adds to the healthcare, improve the healthcare in that area. Now they are putting up a district assembly block for them, which is almost in completion. They have what do you call the AstroTurf, which has been completed. And then other projects that are ongoing because it is now a district on its own. So I'm not surprised that the chief made that statement. But what surprises me is where he made that statement and in front of a former president.
President.
And
Right in his face.
yes, I wouldn't be happy if I happen to be a subject of that chief, because this former president can be the elected president in the next election. It's possible. And if he
He
becomes the
denies
president
you
and he
development.
denies you development, I mean, it's not going to be the best for the people. So if the chief gets
He might not deny them direct development, but indirectly you might
the chief
be.
himself cannot be
That's
even
right.
go to him for development. So
That's right.
if I happen to be a
You should have
subject
been
of
neutral.
that chief, yes, and most of the journalists, most of pastors, most of chiefs, they have their side that they support. But when you want to serve the people, you actually have to put your political coloration aside
That's right.
and then focus on how to bring development to the people. Maybe he's
Well,
also
in relation to the chief stance, I think Supreme Court a couple of weeks ago declared that chiefs cannot do partisan politics in
yes,
Ghana.
yes. Yes, and they have reason for doing that. Already the chieftaincy institution has been undermined due to how our leaders are chosen recently
That's
and
right.
the powers that are given to politicians. So if the chief also try to peddle himself in any partisan politics, knowing the repercussion of partisan politics in Ghana, I think it's an avenue for disaster for a particular community. I have witnessed a situation in my community here when a chief took side and joined a political party. In fact, the way he suffered and some of the projects that has been denied, at a point in time, even the whole church denied the chief access to its premise when they wanted to use the land
Wow.
for a project. Yes, because other elders of the church said no, the chief is from this party and we are also from this party, and so we wouldn't allow to use the land for the project that was intended for. And up to now, the community is lacking that huge project. So I'm a bit disappointed in the chief for taking that side. Now, the former president came, and on Saturday there was an issue. There was an accident.
That's right.
Yes, and
One person lost their
one
life.
person died, and the woman who died happened to be a wife of NDC branch executive,
Wow.
chairman. Yes, he's actually chairman. But the theatrical, if I should call it that, and the matters that have arisen from the dead is something that also amuses a lot of people. Well, yes. The former president visited the house, gave, I don't know whether he gave the money or he promised
5,000.
5,000.
That's right.
And immediately he left. Chairman Wuntumi and
Also
Mr.
went there.
Farage also went there.
I was
And
about going there. Oh my God.
well, yes, Chairman Wuntumi and his men also went there. And they let me be frank.
He was
with you,
even dancing.
they took the shine out of
This
former
would to me.
President Mahames. If there's a magic that can work for MPP, I think to me is also a factor. Because he is not talking about politics.
I think he has brought I think a different approach when it comes to politics.
Yes,
and
that is
people are
what
still not getting it.
Yes, he doesn't talk about policies. He doesn't talk about what A or B will do. He talks about this is what you need, and I'm giving it to you. And that is what is happening in Asen North.
And
right
once he
now.
wins your heart, he wins your vote.
One of the videos you watch the mother of the disease saying, "I am NDC, but for what you guys have done, I'm crossing compared to MPP." So incredible. Now he gave 5,000, and then on behalf of Charles Opoku, who is contesting on the ticket of MPP, also gave 5,000.
Amazing.
And also promised that they will buy coffee. In fact, per the statement, said Charles say, "Sikana modebetra dakano yemfama musisia." So he buys coffee, and then there is this uncompleted building that the couple has started at the lentil level. They also promised to give them 50 bags of cement to complete, and give them 3 packets of iron sheets.
What else do you need again from
so
a
what else do
politician
you
after
need?
all this?
Yes. So he goes there to the and then you could feel from the head of the family.
I saw him dancing with them, and I mean, they were cheering him, and he gave his speech, and everybody was clapping, excited. Oh my God!
That is what he has brought to Asen North. You see people with Jama and school, and he will join them as if this like he's everywhere. He's everywhere, and he is not, like I told you, he is not talking politics. One statement that he made, he said that the Achikwesin claim to come from your area, but he doesn't drink your water. He doesn't drink your water. He has not slept in your place before. But me, my wife is from here. I've been sleeping here. Some of these things, it goes beyond.
You trivialize it, but he's working directly into the heart of the people.
Today, everybody is talking about Wuntumi and the donation that he made at that particular place.
That's right.
And the videos are all over. And even on a platform that we are on, some of the NDC journalists also are trying to bring where the man said they should vote for Jachikwesin because the wife died as a result of campaigning for Jachikwe. So it's kind of want to me taking that shine, and it's one thing that is happening over there. I've already talked about the heavy presence of security.
That's right. That's right.
Over there.
Security
We are
is all
expecting, yes.
we
are
pray for.
expecting the vice president to visit the constituency this week. There was an
You
announcement
mean
earlier
Dr. Baumia?
Yes.
That's
Dr.
another
Baumia,
wave.
to visit the constituency.
That's another huge wave.
Yes.
Because already he's making wave towards this MPP's flag bearer.
What this man is doing, we were talking. I met one of the campaign. I met one of the campaign one of the campaign managers of Kenya Japan, and he said, "Charlie, Nkofona Mejumano, AI tough." Whether he said that jokingly is up to us to verify it. So we are expecting the president to be in the region to officially commission the 32-kilometer road.
So all these big works, I mean, the presidential materials are also coming there. The vice and the president. The vice will be there before the president will come.
Yes, and there can be possibility that both of them will be
come
there
together
at the same time.
Wow.
Because of the road which was constructed in Asin.
Then I'm sure Asin was submerged. It will disappear. I'm telling you, the land cannot contain these people.
Already, there is no room in any hotel now available for any
room.
Yes,
in various hotels.
No room. If you are now coming and you want to sleep, you just look for a place, maybe a friend or a party that you patch with for the meantime. But if you want to rent then maybe you have to go to
another town,
which is the neighboring constituency, or maybe Cape Coast area, Brodunqua area, or maybe Mankesim and
that's a distance.
Enclave. Yes. 64 hotel in Asin area. There's no room.
64.
Amazing. Yes, 64 hotel in Asin area.
All right, so let's profile these three candidates who've, put themselves in there.
Let me do that quickly.
That's right.
Let me do that quickly, and then as you are aware, my time
Your
is almost up. Yes,
I know.
So maybe tomorrow we can also continue.
No problem.
Now let's do that of the woman.
Okay.
So that tomorrow we talk about the NDC.
No
and
problem.
NPP. The LPG woman is a farmer. But she's a graduate. Let me put it that way. She's from Asin AKUFO-ADDO.
Okay.
In
where the MPP held their primaries to elect Charles-Opoku.
Yes. So as I speak to you now, the LPG candidate, I should be getting the name for you. It's already from Asin AKUFO-ADDO, and she's one of the residents over there. She's not like Charles-Opoku and Jachikwe, who are somehow not residents. If I say not resident, most Jachi is in Accra, and stays even in Asin area. He has his house in Fosu, not in Breku. Yes.
Okay.
And then as for Opoku works in Takwa. So these people are, let's say, coming outside the constituency to campaign. But when it comes to the woman is Sefia. Is it Sefia? No, I'll find the name for you maybe tomorrow, because there's a bit pressure on me to finish. And I spoke to the youth organizer of LPG, National Youth Organizer, and said the woman stands the chance to bring the farmers together. The woman is the one who can truly represent Asin North at this time, because there is a tension between the NDC and the MPP. And he mentioned that should the NDC candidate win again, he's not going to be much accommodated in Parliament, considering what has happened recent time, and even he facing trial. And should the MPP also win, according to the youth organizer, do say of LPG, he said should the MPP also win, it's just like the person will be Charles Opoku will be complacent since his government is in power. So they think that they truly represent, they can represent Asin North in parliament. So he's calling on all the constituents, especially farmers, to vote massively for them. And so, as I said, the woman is a farmer who has completed he who is a graduate, and instead of looking for job,
she's Benis Enyonam.
Yes. Instead of looking for job, she decided to go into farming. So she is a commercial farmer in the area. So we are looking at maybe she's the Akoto FEA of the
I'm telling you
of the LPG or in this contest.
Yes.
So we are looking at how things will pan out as far as Asin North is concerned. But I must say that there is a lot of personalities in Asin North. Former president left on Sunday. We don't know whether he will be coming back to complete.
I'm sure he will come back.
Yes, the MPP has already served notice that there will be rally. There will be rally in Asin Breku on Sunday, which will be their last rally since the last captaincy. The election will be on 27. So that is what's happening in Asin North in Central Region.
All right. Thank you so much. We are grateful. Once again, happy, blessed birthday. Your birthday reminds me of my month from today. So thank you very much. The countdown has started.
Right.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your day. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So that was our reporter, Kweku Efriye, all the way in the central region of Ghana. It's 7:33 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online radiobox.com. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline. Important morning show with PAPALAW Perfect. I'm going for a break. I'll be right back. Moye bra ye be ye fi menu mienwara wonsom ye di nipa na ye 35 minutes on top of the hour 7 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio, rocking white and streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online radiobox.com. Show produced by Ju GH. My co-host David Santos.
Attorney General.
What's up with you?
Is that what's up with me? Attorney, do you want me to say something?
Oh, say something. Why not? You're on radio. You are live. Your microphone is on.
But I said,
now Mike, the amount of fire.
Now, sir, what be some
say something. Now, when you are a President AKUFO-ADDO national security, already Bibiaba. Or see something, say something.
Yeah.
And the young no waka.
Okay.
One can say with 3 ones, I see you a bonny. Utison so a torture DM from dodgy back.
Yeah.
Aha. So,
me feel me can't say I also can't say because me dear say one can't da say feel me. And then I make catch you say my
birthday there that bay.
O say
o birthday there that bay.
Me dear wo actually enti me di ya obi and di bi.
Mate.
E wo aha.
Ya to July mo.
Empashan.
Ya wo July so ya how papa.
And na e bi mu person birthday.
Yeah, ya ne say o yi enipa miensa ye te yi. Ye July.
Yeah, July.
Number Quatum.
Was it?
And ye be more moody, and so.
Yeah.
Almost all my tomb.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yeah.
July, hey, yarrow.
Oh,
shit.
Now, apart from July, who dear mention David.
Nagana, you better work at your money in July. Crofoko holidays is July. For July, holidays on Bebasa. Yaka in our toast. President AKUFO-ADDO say, Mahama campaign at toast. Only she cause wear campaign message. The campaign at toast. President Mahama so say, Baumia sorry, I'll say incompetent Mahama, incompetent man. You don't know anything about governance. You don't come close to the presidency. Hey, someone sees you Ghana. All right, so let's go straight into the dailies, the front page of our various newspapers.
Yeah.
News that are making headlines.
Yeah.
Let's go straight into it. It's your favorite morning show, Mpɔtam morning show. How clean is your community? I want you to clean and tidy up your community. Let's do it together. I think it is high time we go back to a communal way of living, communal labor. We have to do things together and put the community in the right perspective. PAPALAW Radio, we're building communities together with you. David Santos.
Attending.
Chichire and Mpɔtam. Mpɔtam nyina tia. Ghana BF. Committee 11 for CSA. Committee 12 for CSA 5.
And the crap papa.
Nyina be kama.
And I buy. And ya buy the
Yaba. One tier ha ubeti.
Yeah.
One tier ha
ubeti. Yeah.
Teacher foreign so ebia bomb papa.
Hey.
6,841.
On my way.
Line says omo nyina omo diegu.
So it means that in total
omo from Bonde, Tunde, Sunde,
Lunde, Lazo.
Hey! Found the account.
And I'm the account. On my phone.
Teacher, you don't know what they need you. Any student, you know. Every Okabe or sit there. Fe or sit there. Or see who
avocado ngwa everybody nyagopon.
And I'm here somebody my friend teacher be better line so nanka wa beche French madam gifted you nimno. Now oba hu mane so ahwe microphone be tutu.
Obeche French. Yeah. Na tell say me can French.
Monsieur. Bonjour monsieur.
Hey.
Monsieur bonjour monsieur.
Ade wa start ya na.
Bonjour monsieur, c'est bonjour monsieur.
Okay,
bonjour.
Okay.
Bonjour monsieur.
Bon.
But yanko daily si dem.
Sa de na ya we no mi pe.
Messi yanko daily si.
Wa kan de no. Nya botre mo mi na mi so mi download
di. Bonjour monsieur, wo be ka nka wonye so.
Ah me si oui.
Me ka gu. Hey. My God. My God, now we can. Bonsoir. David Santos.
Attorney.
What's happening in our various dailies?
Attorney, we are always pregnant with information.
I'm telling you.
And it's time for us to vomit all the information. Yes, we are having. So it's time. Yeah. So it's time for us to bring you the top stories that is making headlines on the front page of the papers. And I'm starting with the Informer. On the front page of the Informer, in this issue, all work and no play. Jospon Group organize Olympics for staff. We will not forsake Jachi question.
Jachi question.
Yes.
Mahama declared.
Yes.
Mahama press obema be you. Minister said, Nyamiya na doma.
No, we near.
Obema ni ministerial appointment. Na papa ibrabre.
Wabre.
Ni politician wabre wa Ghana sa.
So no akasa na wamani wabre sa.
Hey, asebu na kwa kai.
Oh, but that is the truth.
Would you any back or share to amienu?
Enye
you see how greedy politicians can be.
O campaign
o MPP ni and now NDC. Ukra Canadian citizenship, Ukra Ghanaian citizenship. Jaba ko to ho. Yes, it's 2012 for bio.
2012,
2016 or
2020.
2020 so.
For soon or per se.
That is a horror Canada. I want you to Ghana and then come no. Uja for share sadros that ye make a dinner so na echo backfire.
Na me go ending.
Na uncle
because I also na dey no work be.
One is Canada. Say it I want to be saying so crown no be or I say order. And so say to ababa.
To ababa.
Never ye MP.
Enti on one na man na obre ni hu sa.
But I know the low belt. One so in so na by force so.
And say nye Bible. So who was card there?
Who got to pure water now sachet water be.
Otimi
na crown so they said omo pai a sachet water nye easy o.
Hey.
Yes, pure water.
Pure water.
Omo 9 sound. Yes,
pure water. Hey.
What's maybe.
Yes, pure water. Okay, so I have a picture of His Excellency Nana Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO on the front page of the info, and it says AKUFO-ADDO abroad Afrimix Bank.
Afrizim Bank.
Yeah, Afrimix. Is it Afrimi or Afrimiz?
Afrizim Bank. Afrizim
Bank.
Bank.
Is it a new bank?
Yeah, it's an African bank. It's been in the system. It's not a Ghanaian bank. It's
okay.
A bank set aside to help struggling economies, specifically in Africa. And they were a blessing to Ghana when we were going through crisis. That's why the president is on the rampage, saying that those grading companies were so reckless to an extent that it denied Ghana and some African countries access to the capital market to even borrow. And they were not even there to help. But Afrizim Bank was at their service. So it's worth it. You have to applaud them.
Oh, okay.
So when children know people, I was say we show gratitude.
And that is the right thing to do.
Politicians so the whole year say not just they be
So he urged the bank to improve upon rating. And so that is what is on the front page. And we also have the digital man there. He say NDC afraid of me. Baumia and Ekasa democracy in danger as studies find popular subscription to it once in several countries.
All right, so let me take the new crusading guide. Glitz Africa CEO screens elderly men for prostrate. What's it? You quite checky here, dear. Memma, dear, higher pardon.
And India,
when you're 40 or connect, I was all quite prostrate test. I said,
and yeah, Mumu line.
Yeah,
the Nyandu one
yeah, money. Why?
Me can't say a year.
Some money. Say a bedroom.
So my Magila.
My self, Breco. And Breco Kituan or Shannon, my miano, sanos. Mammy, one no soon of the share. Today, I would say, Ubinyamato. And Preco. As we are born in a mad, Papa, so ye fee
Papa
Preco. A bratty. Na a crowson and a ba and a call Makufu. And Mamma Ekika. Kikatugusa. And an abandoning so or so on Kikabi. No, mammy. Banner Kirby Penos. Mammy, Makona Shishi, I know her, not a share. Office any dainty and an Shishienti. Abro. Kick out 2 Gunianko.
Hey,
I'm telling you. And the new crusading guide was ongoing infrastructure development, not new. Chief Defense Government. Or Helena, what years we were catching. John Dramani Mahama, former president, said, "I bind the Obekambon Nikra development there."
I'll come to that.
ICUMS welcome OSP's interest in its platform. Nick Dansu says it's a refreshing development. I had an story with the GES teachers licensure exams. Only 1,277. Can you imagine? 1,277 reciters passed. One a failure. teacher say ma faili for teacher ono faili teacher omu faili yankwa na teachers omu faili na how they hear me pa because teacher for be too no way jom hudi teacher ni awabon teacher ni 6,451 failed. Sorry, I'm not sure. Mama and Sope Barry.
And the attend let's say total no 7 to 800 something.
Oh, that was 8,000.
8,000.
Pay to be passed here 1,000.
1,000. Oh my, one penny a
quarter.
Hey,
teacher need to miss set years and Barry no they at all. Yeah, answer man.
Me dem me Bob Braye pao. Me baby anko school.
Yo mate. Trade and Industry Minister inaugurate GA MSME Grant Committee. Jospon Group organizes Olympics for staff. So take the finder.
Okay, the founder. It says Dumso must stop. Death threat forced me into hiding for 2 weeks. Yvonne Nelson. I am not Yvonne Nelson. Or Trendy Rock.
I am not Cheselina.
Yes.
I am not David Santos. I am not Gifty Anani.
Body ni ba. One ball there now.
Am I Gifty Auntie?
You are not.
Aha.
Okay, enti yenkwe.
I am not David Santos.
Okay.
Maybe Twaso.
Yeah, Twaso. I am not Pilato.
Twaso.
I am not Jude GH. I am not Nanaba
Anan.
Anan. Okay.
Hey, and also Facebook in easy cry. Pictures no. Ha. I'm say I was say Juma mu ya ma word. Omo mpe pictures. Uyi Cheslina Anan Twaso.
Cheslina dia minipa.
Ofenese no wetwa.
Wacha.
Opeja ne nan no wetwa. Opeja ne nsa no wetwa.
Opeja den.
Odidi opeja ne nan ne nsa.
Ene wo so hwe niam o.
Hey, say Facebook die. Ona ma be ba beto.
Hey,
so e madam for ho. Eti unya de ade to ho.
Ene anopa bia wo ho.
O say
because wo dia minim.
Oh, me ne me ko ho anajo me ko ho awia me ko ho anwumre.
E wo rade nya ko.
Me ko ho anytime.
Hey,
eti me ko anu makohu ayi na na badi enu awia mu na me ko to so. I say, hey, anya kola pictures o.
We there I have to follow them.
Ba ye ma no mo ho efe pa.
Oh, enu die omo ho efe pa.
Mani bi wo ba enko yie kura
enu die
aha
die say die aha na ha o ba interview enya ni pa ba ko na interview about 6 te ansana
onya ho ni pa 10 minutes to 8 AM GMT in the studio so
the one newspaper na
Bacho me catch up time abo
yeah we newspaper here. Hey, now say here what me try me so say
Santos me more time what if we was say woni omo na ekosa enti na ya bot time na obi we won so oni ba bi owo
baby I do obi anya time ya and na ye newspaper so abesa o try me so hey
why
enti
the finder
enti no
Afrizim Bank
ana wo say there na we what can dia who can dia na
Karienko.
Eti edu mi die so a mama so mi ka mi die.
Aka you 2 minutes to aso.
2 minutes. Paper say dos bebre.
David Santos.
Okay, Mate. Afrizim Bank to support Ghana's investment in railway development.
Na railway no. Ebi na mi fi echi o.
Mu fi echi.
Train ba ko kra twam. Obi amaye madwen se me park me ka na nkaja. Ma Freddy Messi ayi.
Ahanu.
Na ka ma
Freddy. Ene obe park ya che.
Yesi akomada horo. Yesi what ferrop said o maye no mo dia fa so.
O park o
fu atwa ya se
beba.
Up to date. And already fi the railway minister ko kai.
Oh yeah.
O se anche ye benya de nam wie mu nyina.
Na say me hu say dade no go za tutunu gra. Esa go baby fu bro.
Boy zero. Omo you from Santa Claus. That boy zero.
Enti papa. Say wo be park mekano. Any ayi say wo fa okọ de di ba.
To assure.
Okay, Jackie question files motion for variation in day-to-day trial. And then Afrexim Bank to disburse $40 billion in 5 years to help. Yes, 40 billion. The will move.
And a Ghana pay 3 billion.
3 billion pay. And a Moody 7 billion. A collapse banks.
A man for the or more ibeko.
Hey,
what they young to us.
Anthony, attending maybe a home.
All right. The Daily Dispatch. On the front page, we have Mohammed's headache, who will be his running mates. Faces be brave or sub John and Muninan in Julius Debranson in Namu, my menadia. A beer now are dropping on. I sense that. An overview of Ghana versus Madagascar. This match. Chew. Black Star. Chew. Anyway, a 21 gun salute for Asamoah.
Yeah,
and run so emotional and run
yeah,
of my football, yeah, Black Star
dear.
Just a go a man, your back,
and your back,
but what not the amount.
And that's what Sankrana Akawa minute, and Asamoah woman, dear.
Someone officially from active football. And run so emotional. Drogba, Edinesa, Drogba. Then Sunday nam na chisa brantie boko sanity
wabo ejuma de wabo and my sports and my profile.
No problem.
Yeah,
I am the MPP aspirant. Mahama and the NDC fear most. Baumia. Ghana's current electricity access is 88.7%. Energy Minister. So take the publisher.
The new publisher. Over 6,000 teachers fail English and maths exams, and they go on. Pompia. Wait, Mimi Baby and go school Hanmu.
Well, it's your monster, you yanti your side. A beer na exam neti.
Yanti on more feelings on better on my speech.
One more Macassa, so unti you.
Debbie,
a beer na exam.
In class, so far as I will be more passing the energy say, and yet.
Media said the teacher for me, I know. Inti eme dekakra. But say me ya because you say we are and our control. Where in your lines is where won't to mean friend.
Oh yeah, and one.
And yeah. Yes, I know where Jumane concon. Inti rather more. Me mammy a teacher. Watch the 40-something years.
Yeah.
But to bend the twice.
I'm compared my food for teaching the
well, President AKUFO-ADDO said you can't be a millionaire as a teacher.
Yeah.
So Kai's answer.
My kaipa.
Teacher for bufuye.
Giddy.
Oh my goodness.
We are then crowd as I watch it.
Now end this. You are my on member power.
Who say my margins on member power? And the own pen on minimum.
Because time MPP on demonstrations. Demonstrations. Your press conference. Hey, nenye easy okromwa. But I saw my relaxy be. I say. I mean, I saw my winning. Well, yes, if you are no more winning.
Overconfidence, the SSR. I wrote my book to find my dad, Yvonne Nelson, and Kasa one. Syria Froster dragged to court today. Multiple cars theft. And then 190 Ghana cedis dude checks. And they are boy Juma Baba Yoko collaborate with Nigerians EFCC. And so that is.
So only dude checks.
The
Bemans over corner.
Na Hiniso. Na dear Yanni say, almost yes, so almost say, check now the bar on a frost on bet you, I bet you first. Hey,
so now bet you Nipan.
Attorney, that is what is on the front page.
The Ghanaian publisher. Tamale Abuabo Timber Market set for redevelopment. Lands Minister Ajako pledges hope, calls for free and fair process. Is our presidential race turning into a freak show? Very, very important. Kojo Afari writes, government must declare war on economy. Professor Bob King. Take the insight.
Okay, the inside. Amani exposed government over alleged credence. Yeah,
Imani Omo.
I mean, the minister more.
Oh, organization. Franklin Kujo na da.
Sisi ana maafi na makaya mo. But sisi the first in the na as a omo system here. But sisi the as a omo yira was system.
I'm vice president na kasa.
Okay.
Bright Samuel.
Yeah. Minimum. Yeah. On the minimum.
Or solid.
Say the IM say omu form.
Young quite.
Okay. And then we also have Hogwe Blacka family vowed to Here
family vows.
Okay.
To reclaim its land at Afienya. Santo Zenu, Santoy, Zenu and others.
Yeah.
Na sa ensase no. Ade me wan say obia wo papers o.
And so obia wo papers.
Ghana pede me hu say land claimant, one land. Claimant to me 7.
Yeah.
Obia so be kura legal
document.
Are.
Eba ni sen.
Asuma si ton ma na we so aton ma na we aton ma. Owia no aka kire o say wo de on pe ha na ma me ko twa ba bi foforo ma.
And Africa Sam, why Russia won't let Ukraine be a bleeding wound. And then we also have reduced cost of utility tariff for manufacturing companies.
And we was almost utility almost Toniam. Already and run here can market women. Chrono. One way I know more. I'm Robert Napier, Cronfo, one near Cronforno. Onse obi be wi o musika 5 CD no mo bo mo nsem kromfo na ne omo ankasa bisamsa denti na omo na ya kromfo na se okoton akumadan tomatoes 600 one box 600 now the budget 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh God,
wicked people.
Hey,
me say shimi atwa me nsuru mu say obi tumi di mara hye ne nsem na trade ministry ne finance ministry any other industries ne ti ho law enforcement agencies omunyehwe eno kwa na Nigeria mock me bisa wa ha mock it's the same
baby.
They have a silly why obia ton said the ope ene ne ye beko more they see a church abo ho
ndi okwa obia ne wa obabisa.
The Daily Statesman on the front page, Coalition fight for legal leave to contest a North election. Latvia Fertilizer Company explores opportunities in agric sector. Obi fia bruch the Ghana ni mapa. Ghana ni pon. Said the canon. Eba sa dumping site, composite site yewa.
Yeah.
Bohoi. Boom. Also person the a generative fertilizer. Ya money. Also co ministry whole day and night. Yemfino. And ordinary vision ni sika nyina san. Abro baller who so mfaso or no say landfill hono obe yusu dia you see no way.
Hey,
and a daho and let me know say daho
adreno
anyway. $1 million grant for railway development. Train the moment to construction of 50 steel bridges on course. Take the Daily Post.
Baumia is playing nordness against accounts. MPP member laments. MPP has gone indecent length to rob a synod of parliamentary rep Mahama and Ekasa on AKUFO-ADDO calls credit rating reckless. Blame them for blocked access to global markets. Resign if you can't govern with 40 ministers. Enu Pukin. Yeah. Tells AKUFO-ADDO. So that is what is on the front page of the Daily Post.
All right, so on the front page of Ghanaian Times, 350,000 households to receive 109 million Ghana cedis cash grant to be distributed nationwide. Samara, Afrism supporter Fum Quality Limited with $280 million for Buankra Terminal Project. I love that project. It's in Kumasi. Lack of irrigation system affecting our farming activities, livelihoods. Tolon farmers. So take the Daily Guide.
Attending the Daily Guide. Me count first one and second one no I can. The can make why? So what I said here. Okay. So the Daily Guide on the front page, mob chase killer cop in court. Maybe you.
Bawulaya is NDC creation report.
Say when I will report it.
MPP for say. But we lie no. Enye Google na de to ho.
Yeah.
MPP for. NDC for create here no.
Omudi akoto.
And now Google penaba.
Aba.
Bawo.
Liar.
Bawo.
Liar.
Bawo.
Liar.
Na
I prefer not to talk about.
Yes, you would dear so and not niti was also.
Yeah.
See, I know you. No, sir.
Yeah. Or the white dream bed dear grosses here. There's no one dear way Vice President or mass speech. I will say why serious.
Yo.
Share.
Burger MPs review motion today. Ghana earns 153.9 million pounds from timber export.
Wow.
Hey, Abuja the boy ampa.
I know
na sansika we no.
Omudi coin ba.
Fine.
Mekano.
Various newspapers always.
When yes kakitwa.
We hear monies. Still we are borrowing. Wow.
153.9 million.
But your fact the Chronicle, why?
Okay. On the front page of the Chronicle, Ghana ranks in 3.5 billion US dollars from not traditional export in 2022. Chachu.
You see, Ghana rakes in 3.5 billion US dollars from non-traditional export in 2022.
Yeah.
Scan away. I wonder where the money goes.
Hey.
Yet we are still borrowing. Why?
The money is here.
People will say everybody owes. Yes, we know. We agree. America credit card. But are they reckless in their spendings? No. It's value for money. That's the core mandate. Value for money.
Okay, Attorney. Chachu the Chikata. You remember 20...
that man 12.
Yeah, he's a tough man.
Kasapena. Nasa Supreme Court judges watch the baby daddy.
And now me babe kanu. Chachu Chikata.
Oya omonkola.
Okay, only baumia ewo enyezi.
As a look into the face of the as a look into it. Now Philippa this year.
Papa no they were being
my lord, objection. I say sit down. I am on the floor. My goodness. You know he taught Philippa this in the lights.
He's the one.
All those people, including the justices.
Hey.
Most of them. He taught them.
The man there.
I'm on the floor. Sit down.
The man is tough.
My goodness.
Chachu. Chikata.
Looking at the face of the pink sheet, mention the total amount, Mr. Baumia.
I will say, I and you
were not there. Or say, the papers are in front of you. Say what you see.
Hey, Daddy. Okay, so Chachu accuses them of insulting dummy of insulting Jachi.
On the Attorney General.
Oh, okay. For motion to heart, Chachu accuses dummy of insulting Jachi Kwesi.
So the one done in Brazil,
yeah. Dummy.
What's slang gonna come on.
Yeah, dummy.
Files motion to halt daily hearing of the case.
Yeah. And then cop trial. I never protest to overthrow AKUFO-ADDO.
No. Nikao. Papa na womu almost will lead you cool. Only if you are 80 something.
We ultimately the cool. Quite happy with the whole
Togoland, not in Togoland. Almost say Yenche Ghana.
Almost hard. You mean tears you.
Obviously vote on Yenti if Ghana.
Omu Togoland.
No more country. Think Papa na be president with him. Na ko hwe itu atobam uni matobam
debut
kafo de
kafo pe
konya fo ne nubi na egugugu we ye yeku
ye one more weapons
Okunini the Daily Guide Afrexim Bank grants $280 million loan for Buankra inland port. Constitution needs careful scrutiny before review. Dr. SKB Asante. Alleviating economic hardship, make personal sacrifices. Speakers, a graphic business slash Stanbic Bank meeting tells government and citizenry. Remember yesterday we announced, we informed our listeners that There's going to be graphic business / Stanbic Bank meeting. They held a conference to deliberate on all this. And we thank God that it came to pass.
Yes.
David Santos.
Attending.
Medase.
Thank you.
Aye. Medase. So bye. You best out to us. Make a break. Mpɔtam morning show. 6 minutes on top of the hour, 8 a.m. GMT, the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online, radiobox.com. Stick and stay right here. I'll be right back. Boy, Mpɔtam morning show. We're streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online, radiobox.com. It's time to be educated on health issues or health matters. And to help us do justice to this topic, typhoid fever, is Dr. Apau Leslie of Standards Clinic. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, boss. How are you?
I'm bouncing around. Yourself?
I'm also good.
How's the family?
Oh, everyone is fine.
And our patients?
They are also fine.
Interestingly, on a lighter note, patients are addressed, people are addressed as patients the moment they enter the hospital. But most of them are not patients. Why?
Pardon, please come again.
I said, the moment you enter any health facility, you are addressed as a patient.
Of course.
Especially when you are admitted in the wards. You are given a bed number, room 1, bed 4, room 1, bed 3. Most patients in a queue wanting to meet their medical doctor, most of the time don't have patients, but they are called patients. Boss, the doctor, Piano, Coba, Pedro, Wolf, no, Biamun, and doctor, you want to answer, and now, next, you be a befa,
at times, you have to bear with them.
That's right.
Because it's not easy for someone to wake up around, let's say, 4 a.m. to come and see his or her doctor.
That's right.
And whilst in the queue, someone will just come around 9 and because the person
protocol.
Protocol is just bypass. So at times I bear with them. Yeah. So me, for instance, if I know you and you are coming to my my facility, I will explain to you to come early because you are all the same. You are all patients. Okay. So that's what I tell people that I know. That please, if you want to see me as early as possible because I don't want my patients to be talking.
That's right.
Yes, so I bear with them.
That's right. That's right. So maybe we should start creating a back door for most of you so that when our mothers, our fathers, and family people come around,
I will treat our health workers to also tell our mothers and our fathers to also come early.
Wow.
That one.
Doc, you look a very principled person. I like that.
We have to do that.
That's right.
Because I did the same thing.
The
to my
law
mom.
of equality.
Yesterday. I did
right.
it to my mom yesterday.
So we are all equal before the law.
Yes,
That's
please.
Nice. That's nice. Ubia Nyobia.
There be.
All right. Doc, your general overview before we go straight to our topic. Your general overview about healthcare in Ghana.
Oh, I would say there's more room for improvement. There's more room for improvement. Government should try as much as possible and employ the unemployed health professionals at home so that it can augment those in the health sector to help save lives. Thank you.
All right. So, Doc, today we are treating typhoid fever.
Yes.
Why the name typhoid and not fever alone?
Why the name
typhoid attached to fever?
Okay. So when we say we are going to name it fever, fever is a general symptom.
Okay.
You get it?
That's
yes.
Right.
So hotness of the body. So we have to give it a name. Typhoid.
Okay.
So that specifically we can know the organism or with the disease we are talking about. So that's why we have typhoid fever. Okay. We have another name called the enteric fever. So they are the same thing. Enteric fever, if it's not tested, we term it as enteric. If it is tested and it comes out positive, then we term it as typhoid fever.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So basically, that's the meaning of typhoid
fever. No. That's not the meaning of typhoid fever.
The separation of the terms.
Yes, the terms.
So let's go straight and answer what is typhoid fever.
Okay. When you talk about typhoid fever, it's a severe bacterial infection which occurs where sanitary conditions are poor, permitting contamination of food or water with feces. You get it?
Yes, sir.
And the bacteria which are spread by the fecal-oral roots invade the intestinal wall and spread through the bloodstream to all organs. So when you talk about the fecal-oral roots from the feces to the mouth, you get it?
Yes, sir.
Then it invades the intestinal walls, so the intestines. Then it spread to the bloodstream. Then it gets to the organs. That is it.
That's amazing.
And these bacteria, they are passed into the stool and the urine of infected patients. Yes. So that's why normally we say when someone has typhoid fever and the person is at home, you have to be careful because you don't know, because the bacteria is passed into the stool and the urine of the infected person. So if the person going to urinate and doesn't wash their hands, and we can also get it.
Wow.
So the organism may continue to be present in the stool of healthy carriers. That is patients with positive stool cultures. So 12 months after treatment or those with long-term subclinical disease. So people will have it, but it will not be showing. So it will take time. Now we have to. So that's generally what we have the typhoid fever.
All right. So what's the mode of transmission? Sorry, what's the mode of transmission?
The mode of transmission is the fecal-oral roots. As I said, it is.
So what is the meaning of the word you mentioned?
That is, we are saying that contamination of food or water with feces.
Okay.
So if you take a food or water which is contaminated with feces, you are going to get typhoid. And when you talk about fecal-oral, fecal is feces and oral is mouth.
Okay.
So the process by which feces get into the mouth, yes, the gastrointestinal tract is what we call the fecal-oral route. So if feces get into your system through food or through contaminated water, that is how you get typhoid.
So most of our water bodies sometimes are infected with feces, and out of that we contract typhoid fever, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I to a lay person, I always hear people. I ate some how do you call it, a ball of kinky and the likes, and I started running and all that. How come people contract this through the food they eat, since we always put it on fire and all that? So I mean, how does it transfer
at times, okay. To a human. Okay.
That's
at times, food are not properly cooked.
Okay.
You get it? Yes. Okay. Food are not properly cooked. That's one. And at times we eat cold foods. You get it? So if these bacteria get in contact with these food and it gets into our gastrointestinal tract, we can get the typhoid fever.
Okay.
And at times, let's say after you buying this hot wachi, and let's say you put it down and there'll be flies all over. You get it. These flies may settle on these feces and the rest outside elsewhere, and they will come and just step on the food, and by so doing, they will leave the droplets of the feces into your food, and you also take it in, and it can cause this typhoid fever. With the water bodies, you don't know the source of the water you are taking. Let me put it that way. So let's say you have this stream elsewhere or river that you think is clean, but at another endpoint, someone is using it for other things.
That's right.
It? There might be a toilet facility closer to the river banks.
Which is very common with us in our various households.
Yes. So you might not take that. You might not be using the water as, let me say,
cooking
for
water.
Cooking, cooking water or for drinking, but you might be using it to wash. So you might wash your hands with it without using soap. So indirectly, you've washed your hands in a feces. You get it?
Yes,
and by so doing, you go and eat. So you've washed it in a feces and you are going to eat. So by so you'll be transmitting it picopora. You get it? Yeah.
Doc, is it also possible that our normal pipe-borne water can also give us those infections?
Okay, that one is it. But they said the borehole or the pipe.
I mean the pipe-borne water.
Okay, from the Ghana Water Company.
Yes, sir.
Oh, normally, you see, because of the process that
they go through.
Water goes through,
yeah,
normally safer.
But the borehole can be contaminated.
Of course.
Because mean it comes from the earth. All right.
Of course.
Okay, so let's look at the signs and symptoms of typhoid fever.
Okay. Now, when we talk about the signs and symptoms, the first signs and symptoms, we have fever. As I said, fever. So it increases gradually to a high fever and persists for weeks. Normally, when it comes, it behaves as malaria, but it's not malaria. So people treat malaria. They take these anti-malarials, but the fever does not respond to anti-malaria. So if you see this symptom, you have to come to the hospital. So it's fever which lasts for weeks.
For weeks?
For weeks, yes.
Okay.
And after taking anti-malaria, it does not resolve. So it's one. So
yes, because sometimes you realize that you've taken all the malaria drugs and still.
Yes.
You still have those symptoms.
Yes. We have constipation in the early stages. So at times you see you be having this constipation, hey, I'm be a medicine. That one you have to also be careful. Then we have abdominal pain.
Even when you are a man.
Yes, when you talk about the abdominal pain, we've made it a point of saying or the lower abdomen.
That's right.
When you talk about the abdominal pain, it's everything everything about the stomach. You get it. So
right.
When you talk about the abdomen, it's like when you talk about abdominal pain, that's all you do. Stomach pain. You get it. It's not the lower abdominal. When you talk about the lower abdominal pain, that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
When you talk about abdominal pain, everything concerning the stomach,
you
get the belly.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
That's right.
So we have abdominal pain. Then we have diarrhea. Diarrhea comes in the second week of the illness.
Okay.
So constipation is in the early stages of typhoid fever. Then we have diarrhea coming in the second week of the illness.
Okay.
Now we have severe headache. Severe headache. So as I said, it mimics malaria, but it is not malaria. Yes, so severe headache. We have dry cough. Dry cough. Now, the last but not the least, we have psychosis and confusion. You know psychosis.
Tell us, Doc.
When you talk about psychosis, mental retardation, like now as an adrenaline mechanical track.
Wow.
So this typhoid fever is a serious thing. It's not if improperly treated, it can result in
but much attention have not been given to
no.
We just overlook it. People are more educated on malaria.
Yes.
So, Doc, if you don't mind, do you have any estimation or percentage how many people are infected with typhoid fever annually, and how many people die?
Okay, no, that research has not been done on my part. But I can get it for you.
No problem.
But all that I know is a lot of people are having this. A lot of people, yes, are having this. Mostly people come to the hospital, you test for malaria, it's negative. But once then you go and test for typhoid fever, and it is there. So we have to be on guard.
So, Doc, let's look at the investigation. How do I investigate typhoid fever?
Okay. Typhoid fever, we have the investigation, we have the full blood count. You do full blood count.
Okay.
And typhoid dots. We have typhoid dots. That is the golden test that you do, typhoid dots. You can do blood culture. You can do stool culture. You can do urine culture. Now, diagnosis of typhoid fever is based on a strong clinical suspicion. So if a strong clinical suspicion, if the person comes with a fever which does not respond to anti-malaria, the person comes with constipation, abdominal pain, severe headaches, which does not respond to anti-malaria, that's your strong clinical suspicion. Then it has to be backed by blood culture, and with this blood culture, it will be positive during first 10 days of fever. So after 10 days, if you test the blood culture, it will come out negative. So this infection is serious. So you do the blood culture, which will be positive during first 10 days of the fever. You do there's stool culture will be positive after 10 days. Up to 4th or 5th week. So when the patient comes and you take the history, and the patient tells you that if you did 1 2 weeks, I think we have to do the stool culture, because that one can help us to get it. The urine culture is positive during the 2nd and the 3rd week. Yes. So apart from these, you do the typhoid dots, and it also helps us get us to know.
Doc, it's amazing that when you write or make a request for investigation or lab test and all that, the moment you guys write, doctors write the request, the stool is not coming, the urine is also not coming. You can be going back and forth just wanting to get a stool for the test to be done. In fact, when the test is not written, you can easily have it, but the moment it's written, you have been in this practice for some time now. Is it because of anxiety? What is it?
Of course,
this on a lighter note.
Of course, it's true. It's
amazing.
It's true, and it's psychological. Yes, it's psychological. It's psychological.
Okay.
It's I'll say psychological.
All right. So, Doc, finally, can typhoid fever be managed? If yes, how do we manage it?
Okay. Typhoid fever can be managed. So the answer is yes. Now, we have, before you treat typhoid fever, we have to get some treatment objectives. And some of which are, you have to eradicate the infection. We have to help eradicate the infection. So if you want to eradicate the infection, what are some of the ways and means that you do to eradicate this infection? Now, we have medical care.
Okay.
The medical care, but mostly with the eradication. Because it's about, let me say, typhoid fever is about conditions which are poor which permits contamination of food and water with feces. We have to try as much as possible and make our environment clean. Yes. So clean environment will help us all. Please do get the point.
Yes, that's one of the agenda of our media house. We want our communities clean. We have to tidy up the place. Those days we used to have communal labor where our communities are cleared, gutters cleared, weeds are cleared and all that. So I agree with you.
Yes. And you have to also detect and manage the complications.
Okay.
You have to prevent the transmission of the infection to other people through education. Through education, you have to educate people so that we prevent the transmission of the infection to other people. Yes. So medically, when you come and the doctor gives you medication, you have to try as much as possible and take your medication. We have Cipro. We can give Cipro. We can give ceftriaxone, and we also have Cipro TZ for the management. So in general, that's the management for typhoid fever. Yes, please.
Doc, your final words and advice to those who are infected with typhoid fever and those who have no knowledge about typhoid fever.
Okay, typhoid fever, if improperly treated, it can result in complications such as intestinal perforation.
That is what we call typhoid perforation, right?
Typhoid perforation, yes.
Where your intestines are torn apart or maybe holes in them.
A pipe. That's typhoid perforation.
Wow. That's dangerous.
Yes. Of course.
Why has much attention not been given to some of these sicknesses like typhoid fever? Because hardly will you hear health practitioners, educate people about that.
So it's very bad. So if not treated, you can get this bloody stool. So if you get this bloody stool, it's not anything common. It's serious. You have to take it's very serious. We have acute psychosis, as I said. Acute psychosis. So it can affect your mental state. Yes. And it can also cause acute kidney injury, kidney failure, and the rest. This typhoid can also cause these things. Yes, it can. So the reason why it causes that is that it can lead to severe intravascular hemolysis. And this severe intravascular hemolysis will lead to acute kidney injury, especially those those having this GSSPD deficiency. They can get this. Now, the management, back to the management, we can have public education on good personal hygiene, as I said. So public education on good personal hygiene. There should be public education on hand washing, and there's public education on appropriate disposal of solid waste. And this will help prevent the disease. Now, those food vendors, there should be screening for food vendors, the food handlers, by carrying out stool cultures to exclude carrier status and safe handling of food, fruits and vegetables.
Interestingly, EPA and the likes are not doing all this.
So they have to do it. These food vendors around, we have to, because if someone is a carrier, the person is selling, I think the person will be selling their typhoid fever.
I'm telling you.
So you have to be on guard.
I'm telling you. Because I even know the district assembly has a department that are into health. Segment. Yes. All right. Doc, thank you very much. Always a pleasure educating us on radio. We appreciate you so much. Have a blessed day. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Dr. Brefo Apple Leslie of Standards Clinic in AKUFO-ADDO speaking on the subject typhoid fever. Stick and stay right here. Mpɔtam Morning Show, 30 minutes on top of the hour, 8 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We stream it live on www.modernghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. Hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline, send the link to your friends. I'll be doing some editorials, but before that, let's go for a break.
Yafanya misroye jumana nyami besroye. Obraya boya. Emoya muraye. Ebe ya.
If you knew me and stick and stay right here. Mpɔtam morning show on PAPALAW radio with PAPALAW perfect 33 minutes on top of the hour, 8 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW radio. So let me do the two here for today. Police inspector, please not guilty to murder of girlfriend in court. A lot of Ghanaians have been following this story keenly. The famous Majwa Kumasi Edum Majwa Ahmed Chumesi, the police inspector, accused of the murder of his girlfriend Victoria Dapa Majwa, has pleaded not guilty during the committal proceedings held at the court. During the court proceedings, the state attorney presented a summary of the case, to which Inspector Chumesi responded by entering a plea of not guilty to the charge of murder. Chumesi declined to answer any further questions without the presence of his lawyer, but expressed his intention to call witnesses as necessary. As part of the committal process, the state attorney presented evidence including the alleged murder weapon, a service pistol, and CCTV footage capturing the scene, outlining Chumesi's purported involvement in the crime. Given these tense situations surrounding the case, there was heightened security at the court to prevent any potential assault on the suspect. Family members of the deceased made another attempt to physically attack Chumesi, resulting in chaos. Police called for reinforcement to restore order. Some angry family members of the deceased even threw stones at the police vehicles as the suspect was being whisked away from the court premises. The Sokore Mampon District Court has committed the suspect to stand trial at the High Court starting on July 13, 2023 at 10 a.m. From that date forward, the High Court will assume full responsibility for the trial proceedings. Victoria Dapa, known as Majwa, a 26-year-old, was allegedly killed by her boyfriend, Inspector Ahmed Chumesi, on April 20th, 2023, near her residence in Edum. The suspect was arrested and subsequently remanded into prison custody. He remains in custody pending trial. Court to hear Kweson's review motion on June 21st, that's today. The High Court in Accra hearing the perjury and forgery case against James Jachi Kweson has fixed Wednesday, June 21st, 2023 to hear a motion seeking to vary its decision to hear the case on a day-to-day basis. In court today, June 20th, lawyer for Kwesi, Chachuchi Kata, notify the court about the motion. However, a Deputy Attorney General, Alfred Tua Yeboah, told the court that his office had not received the motion and would need up to tomorrow, June 21st, to peruse the document and respond to it. Reports Graphic Online Justice Agbenosi was in the courtroom. He therefore prayed the court to allow lawyers for the accused person to continue the cross-examination of the first prosecution witness in the matter as agreed by the court. Mr. Chachu, who did not agree with the Deputy Attorney General, said the matters raised in the motion for variation preceded the proceedings. Hence, continuing with the trial will be an injustice to his client. The court, presided over by Justice Mami Ekwe Yanzu, adjourned the case to Wednesday, June 21st, to enable the prosecution to respond to the matter for a ruling to be delivered. Dozens of sympathizers of the accused person were at the forecourt of the High Court. Question applies for review of daily hearing of criminal case against him. The perjury and forgery trial against James Chachi will be heard on day-to-day basis beginning today, June 20th, 2028, the High Court in Accra. Question, however, on Monday applied for a review of the court ruling for the case to be heard on a daily basis. $6,481 failed teacher licensure exam out of 7,728 prospective teachers who sat again for the Ghana teacher licensure examination, that is GTLE, last month. 1,277 passed. The figure represents 16.5% of the candidate who sat again for the examination introduced to licensed teaching practitioners. A pre-release interview with the registrar of GTLE, Dr. Christian Adaipoku, indicated that all the candidates had sat for the exam at least twice, with some sitting for as many as 9 times. The results of the examination, which was written last month, will be released at noon today. Licensure exam. The NTC is mandated by section of the Education Act 2008, Act 778, to improve the professional standing and status of teachers, licensed and registered teachers in Ghana. The first ever teacher licensure examination was written in September 2018. The purpose of the examination is to enable qualified teachers to acquire professional license and also attract excellent young graduates from the universities and colleges of education who have the required professional knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to deliver effectively in schools. Anas is also in the news again. Anas Arime Yao, Anas, our own investigative journalist. I will shake Ghana's foundation before 2024 elections with corruption exposé. Investigative journalist Anas Arime Yao, Anas, says he will soon release an investigative piece on some politicians in Ghana. In a televised interview with DW Africa, he said he had not released any piece on Ghana for a couple of months now because of the work that is going into the upcoming Exposé. The interview with DW Africa touched on whether Anas was a terrorist was recently said by a High Court judge. Anas defended his methods and talked about corruption in Africa. He said the work that I am doing now might be the last before we get into the 2024 election, but already the signs are very clear, and I can tell you that the foundation will be shaken once again. There are a couple of international ones that are about to be released, but this one, talking to you as a Ghanaian, I mean the foundation of Ghana will be shaken, he said. Why Apreku's presidential nomination forms were initially rejected by MPP Elections Committee, the presidential nomination forms of the New Patriotic Party MPP flag bearer hope for Dr. Kofi Apreku Konadu Apreku was Monday morning rejected by the party's elections committee because it was incomplete. Dr. Konadu Apreku had tried to file the nomination earlier, but the elections committee rejected it and asked him to go and complete and resubmit. Mpɔtam morning show. 41 minutes on top of the hour, 8 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live on www.motingghana.com, onlineradiobox.com. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page or your timeline. Send the link to your friends. Tell your friends it's Mpɔtam morning show, your favorite morning show. We're building communities with you. How well do you know your community? Let's get interactive. A lot is happening. What a God we serve. May God keep you. May God protect you. May the hand of the Lord rest upon you. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast. I'm going to put on the line Honorable Daniel Ashiama. He's the former MP for Buem constituency. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, PAPALAW FM. How are you?
I'm bouncing around. How are you doing?
Great. His grace is in
How's the family?
The family is fine in Accra, and my plants too are fine on the farm.
I was about asking, and I'm still waiting for my foodstuffs.
Yes. So getting to the ending part of, because it is planted this year, getting
That's right.
to the end of this year, you get some.
No problem. No problem.
Yes.
A month by now, I'll be celebrating my birthday, so I thought I would get it in July, but don't worry. When it's ready, yes, when it's ready, I'll gladly receive
you
them.
have it. Yeah, that's good.
Certainly.
You can get fresh maize too in July.
Very, 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 very. Honorable, how is Ghana doing?
Well, I said good morning to your listeners.
That's right.
And everybody listening to us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Ghana, we are actually struggling to move up. To be frank with you, once we've been to the IMF and our programs have changed from capital investment to pro-poor programs, then you know that something has really happened. But the thanks we give to God is that though Ghanaians are suffering, they are growing lean, they are not dying. And once there is life, there is hope.
That's right.
That is what we are looking up to. And I praise Ghanaians under this difficult situation. Everybody is moving heaven and earth, stones and carry water to make sure that at least they get their daily bread.
That's right.
That is what is happening right now.
Honorable, so let's go straight to this story. One of your own had been hauled before the High Court for forgery and perjury. And I want to, with your permission, I want to read a background story about this whole saga. On June 16, 2023, the court ruled that it would hear the case on a day-to-day basis beginning today, June 20th. That was after the court had turned down a prayer by Kwesi's lawyer, which sought to have the trial continued after the Ascent North by-election slated for June 27th, 2023. But lawyers for Kwesi filed a motion for the court to review a decision to hear the case on a day-to-day basis. Present in court were some big wigs of the National Democratic Congress, including a former Attorney General, Marietta Brew, appear upon. So your candidate, for a Senate election had been charged for perjury and forgery. Trial against James Judge Kwesi will be heard on day-to-day beginning today, June 20th. That was yesterday, the High Court in Accra declared. But he had also filed or applied for a review of daily hearing of criminal case against him. Honorable, your take on all these dynamics.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother, Professor Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to Judge Kwesi's case, I am emotionally touched because until one has gone through what he's going through now, you wouldn't know the pressure, the psychological torture, the disgrace, the pains that he is going through. I may not talk much on this because today, as you've said, the NDC
court
applied to the High Court, I think jurisdiction 3
for a review.
Of that. And I think it makes sense for us as members of NDC and the loving sympathizers of the Kwesi to apply for this review. Why is it apply? It's good for this review. Is that you say Kwesi has been on torture roll from 2021, 2022, 2023, and this torture roll was packed by the NPP.
So you think there's a political animals behind this?
Oh, that one, not that I think. That is what it is.
Honorable Okujeto, one of your own, was spitting fire yesterday on one of our sister stations, indicating that everything shows that the judiciary is being manipulated by the ruling government. Do you agree with him? Even though I'll come to that, who sent the case to court? Is it not the NPP person? Yes, sir.
Yes, they sent it to court. Just because they have lost 2020 elections. So they have to send it to court. They were vowing here and there. The Kwesi will not be in parliament because he's a Canadian. But come to think of it, this is a street court that you and I are in now. I am not talking the legal court that you are. Just think about it. Have they disclosed all that surrounds him as a Canadian citizenship? Citizen? Yes. Have they invited him to Electoral Commission? Yes. Has the Electoral Commission went through the document? Yes. Have they, after going through the document, approved the Kwesi to contest? Yes. In the same 2020 elections, the same Electoral Commissioner disqualified Papa Kwesi. Is that not it? Yes. So, and other political parties, they say they've not qualified. So, yes, the case is in court in the case of perjury. But to me, as a Ghanaian, the way I am looking at this person has disclosed everything surrounding. And on the 7th January 2021, Kwesi, before entering the Parliament House, is a full Ghanaian before one in. And this is where I continue to say, and I will continue to say that, look, nobody who is educationally upright will tell me that the Kwesi's case and Abu Sakande one is the same. It is not. Unless the person is struggling in mischief, political mischief. And that is what the NPP people are doing. Kwesi has been through a lot. And today, he is to come to court. Yes. But how many days are we left with to
the election?
The elections.
Today is 21st, so we have six days with few hours.
Yes. So you see, our nation, Ghana, our judiciary Ghana, our electoral commission Ghana, look at what we are doing to our own citizens. We, the political parties, NPP is very, very, very wicked people's party because they don't care even if you die. They don't know what Jachikwesin, they know what Jachikwesin is going through, but they want to press on. He can die, but with God, he will never die. That is why NDC is amassing support from all well-meaning Ghanaians, both in prayers, resources, and whatever, and your physical presence, to go and support this man. He has done no wrong. Yes, law is law. You go to court. But I think judges too, at a point in time, must have mercy on human beings. Because there are several things that happen in this country that we just swept them aside. Somebody was able to insult judge and nothing happened to that person in this country. But somebody have filed a document to renounce his Canadian citizenship. They said, why didn't you get a certificate before picking the form? And that is his crime. That is his crime. I am praying for him today that God will see him through. Apostle, I am telling you that, you see, some of us have gone through similar situations. Nobody will see you weeping. Nobody will see blood dropping off your skin. But what you are going through inside as a citizen of this country, you can't just imagine it. So today, let's give the benefits to the court. We want to listen to them with rapt attention. What they are going to say, that the chief questions will come to court today, tomorrow, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, even during the elections. We want to listen to them because that is the laws of the land, the judiciary. They actually interpret and apply the law for us.
That's right.
And so we are appealing to me. I am appealing to their conscience this morning. I am appealing to their conscience because nothing can change my mind if the court says today that, oh, you should continue to come.
Daily
then
basis.
I am going to see, yes, the court as a political court.
So, Honorable, hold your breather. This one, he said, it is the case of the prosecution that Mr. Kwesi allegedly made a false statement to the passport office that he did not hold a passport to another country when he applied for a Ghanaian passport. In addition, the prosecution has accused Mr. Kwesi of making a false declaration to the Electoral Commission to the effect that he, Kwesi, did not owe any allegiance to a foreign country when he filed to contest as candidate for the Assin seat.
Now,
these are the charges.
Yes, the only thing I'll ask them is that have they given us the date of his application for the what? The passport and the date for the application for renunciation?
They are of the view that he should have declared it and maybe make his intentions known that he is yet to receive the certificate, but he did not indicate that.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the law. But how many Ghanaians are having two passports in this country? How many Ghanaians? How many Nigerians are having Ghanaian passports? That is the law. But you should know, we should know our environment.
That's right.
These people have come out. That is our environment. Why should the developed world call us that we are corrupt people? What have we done? And they are calling us corrupt people. In our bid to become the best of the world, they call us corrupt people. That environment we find ourselves.
That's
and
right.
I never heard or seen anybody in this country who said that maybe I'm an American and I apply and they say they will not renounce my citizenship. Have you ever heard one?
No.
No, because those countries are proud of themselves. So if they give you the opportunity and today you say you are renouncing it, they will just accept it and give you a certificate. And now this is what the person have triggered. He has triggered the letter for renunciation. Yes, the say that, why didn't you wait? That is very, very true. But, you know, as I told you always, whilst I was in a university, they told me the law is what the judge says it is. The same judge, somebody too can say that, oh, once you have triggered it, oh, then it means you are on. So let's give you that opportunity. Didn't a Supreme Court or Supreme Court judge, former Supreme Court judge says, Doche says that, is it Doche or somebody says that the Supreme Court has erred? Didn't he make that comment?
He did.
Did we hear him?
Yes.
Is he not a Ghanaian?
Yes.
Come on, these are some of the things. We shouldn't give ourselves the opportunities as we politicians to be saying that, oh, the courts are MPP courts, or the courts are political courts. We shouldn't give ourselves that opportunity. We speak with firmness and strictness and ensure that where you have to use the human face to save a situation, let it be so. The constitution is made by Ghanaians. No constitution gave birth to a Ghanaian.
That's right.
Not at all. It is Ghanaians who made the constitution. And along the line, we do repeal some, we do reveal some along the line. And so I am pleading with our judges, when such situations emanate, let us have both sides look of the situation before passing judgment. I have the strongest belief today that the court will suspend the daily attendance until maybe we finish the by-elections.
The Attorney General described the decision by Mr. Kwesi to contest the by-election as voluntary and selfish quest. He opposed the prayer that nobody had given Mr. Kwesi a national assignment. These are some of the statements people are raising a lot of assertions about, that there is a prime agenda to just sabotage maybe the campaign processes of Honorable Judge Kwesi.
You see, if my Attorney General made that statement, then it means he has insulted a sin of people. He has really insulted them. Nobody gives anybody assignment to become an MP. What does the Constitution say? That every constituency should have a representation in Parliament. Every constituency should have a representation in Parliament. Now, the people of Asino, having sat down and take a critical look and assess and analyze their kinsmen, so to say, landed on the question that you should be our representative. And then my Attorney General is saying that nobody gives him an assignment. So that is why it is not worrying to my Attorney General today that SAL don't have an MP. They don't care. They don't care. He should have taken up that case on behalf of the people of Santro Kofi, Akpafo, Lolobi, and Lipe. He should have done that. But they don't care. And upon that, you are insulting the Asino people. Can one person vote and come to Parliament?
No.
One vote, can it take you to Parliament? Is it not a multitude of people who vote? And you are insulting the decision for them to vote. Now, if the opportunity is there for somebody to pick a form, and he has picked a form, and then by picking a form to file again, the Attorney General is insulting him and all the people of Asino. That nobody gives him a contract in selfish interest. The time I was a member of Parliament, how can Attorney General tell me that it is a selfish interest? It's a call for duty. It is a call for duty, a sacrificial call, of course. People who think MPs are making money, living in luxury, they don't know. Even in the air-conditioned cars, we sweat. Because you have to lead your people. You have to provide and give them information, provide the necessary needs in the through lobbying, being in Parliament, moving to ministries. You go and wait for a minister. The minister will not even get time to see you. You have to come back. Look at the stress, the daily stress of an MP. People don't know. They only think about when the man earns the salaries that they get. And so if you don't go out, lobby at the same time, attend the parliamentary sittings, then you don't get anything to your people. The people are telling you, they will tell you that, oh, you've been there, you are not doing anything. Even though some may be erroneous. So these are some of the things. And I'll plead with our legal luminaries, the judges, Attorney General, Chief Justice, please don't let your statements look like you are making a political statement. You are our judiciary, the arm of government.
That's right.
We are appealing to you. These type of statements are uncalled for. The Attorney General should not stoop so low to be debating or commenting on an individual, while the whole nation's law is in your hands for you to give us direction. So the person who is to give direction and knows very well that every constituency needs a representative, and the laws and instructions are made that until you do this, you qualify, you cannot. And this person qualify and fills the form. Now you go out that it is what? Personal interest and what? Nobody calls, give me an assignment. No.
All right. So, Honorable, let's go straight to Ascend North. Your general overview about what is happening, politicking in Ascend North. Almost every political animal, so to speak, from both political divide, is now in Ascend North. The most famous, currently the most famous town in Ghana, or constituency, I should say. The place is actually buzzing. Your take on all that?
So I think what I've been seeing on videos and listening on audios, especially so by the citizens of Ascend North constituency, is the way they should go. The majority of them, though, listen to them. Now they've understood, and they are really empathizing with the Chikwesi. They've understood very well that the state is torturing their kinsmen or their prince. So they have to give him that support. That is what they have understood, and that is what I can hear from them. To hear some of them saying that, yes, had it not been this by-election, their roads will not be tarred. So it means the government don't have any plan for them until the by-election. And the by-election too, they caused it. So listening to the constituent saying that it is everything that is happening to the chief person is MPP is the cause, then you know that, yes, now the people have really understood. Even though there will be a dissenting view, the MPP people are there and all that they are doing. MPP believes in using money to win elections. NDC believes in explaining issues to the people to win elections. And that is what you are seeing right now. That is what we are seeing in Ascend North. And I thank all the people of Ascend North, the sympathizers, the NDC. Our flag bearer was there, and he said, you'll be there again. And I think that is a good sign of a leader, to explain matters to the people so that they will not be shortchanged. That is what the communication officer, national communication officer, the minority leader, we saw him, everybody who has been there. I cannot mention.
I'm told the minority leader had been in Ascend North for the past 2 weeks.
Yes. And I think that is good. I saw his pictures in the village, walking through cocoa farm, under the cocoa trees, and then moving to villages. And I think that is how the campaign must be waged. It is not about money. MPP people are waiting to share money.
So, Honorable, looking at your chances, are you going to win back the seat?
Whether I've seen these videos or not, I can tell you that the Chikwesi will win. Because he must get that sympathy vote.
That's right.
From me.
All right. Honorable, let's wrap up and finish up with this particular topic. I know if I don't discuss this topic with you, you wouldn't be a happy person today. So I'll discuss this with you. AKUFO-ADDO takes on global rating agencies, describe their work as reckless. President Nana AKUFO-ADDO has taken on global rating agencies, describing their work as reckless and unfriendly, especially towards struggling developing economies. At the height of Ghana's economic crisis, all the rating agencies downgraded the country's credit worthiness to junk status. The rating resulted in Ghana being blocked from accessing the capital market. Addressing participants at the ongoing 30th Afreximbank annual general meeting in Ghana, President AKUFO-ADDO said the AU champion for African financial institution and leader of a country which recently had to deal with one of the most difficult periods in its post-independent history. Difficulties. There are other school of thought who are also of the view that, Mr. President, you were rather reckless in your spending as a government. Your take on this one?
Thank you very much. And as I listen to my president, His Excellency Nana AKUFO-ADDO, I feel ashamed. I feel so much ashamed.
Dr. Baumia is saying the economy is bouncing back.
Yes, his name is attached to a liar. So that one there, that is the simplest thing to him. How many times didn't Baumia deceive us as a nation? And that is why I am very, very happy. Some people say, oh, NDC is afraid of Baumia. For what? For the growth rate he has given us, or for the exchange rate that has improved, or for the inflation that has improved, or for the teacher licensure exam that the teachers have passed after giving them so much allowance to chop and sleep allowance. Come on. Now, let's get back to His Excellency. You know, my dear listeners, you see, these credit rating agencies, they are not God. They are institutions that monitor the behavior of every country in terms of your economy, in terms of your economy, yes, so to say. And so, once your economy is improving, they give you every opportunity in the world to access foreign resource to develop your country. Now, as they continue to give you that access, oh, you are A, then those who would like to invest in your country know that, oh, this is a very good investing destination.
That's right.
Go. So it is these credit agencies that that advertise every nation to the world investors. Without them, people may not know where to invest, which country I should invest in. And at the same time, much as they create that advertisement, awareness to the world that this country is good, they also have that almost responsibility to tell the investor that, hey, that country that you are going to, its economy now is not good enough. That is the rating. The rating alerts the world body as to your performance. And so, if today Ghana's performance economically, revenue generation is so bad, by Nana AKUFO-ADDO's thinking, the credit rating agencies should continue to be giving us AAA. That is his thinking. And that is what because these laws apply to every nation in the world. If you are performing well, you get more money or resources to develop. Now, what has happened in this country is a total bizarre of the management of our economy. Because, my brothers, MPP government in the year 2017, without going to foreign country, the Mahama government have really nurtured the economy to the extent that the first bonds that were issued in this country, the Templeton bonds, were gotten from Ghana, not from outside the country. So 2.25 billion temperature bonds were gotten from Ghana. Ghanaians were able to buy these bonds. Then you move on to 2018, you went in for another 2 billion foreign euro bond. In 2019, you went in for $3 billion. 2020 the same, 2021 the same. We ended up in $13.25 billion euro bonds. And then in 2019, the IMF or this credit rating agency, they warn you about your debt sustainability or affordability. That the way things are going, you will not be able to pay your debt. Then they rush on Ghanaians that, now we are going for what? E-levy. By passing the e-levy again, the credit agencies rate Ghana higher. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They rate us higher. And Kenoforata was able to use that to get the 2020-2021 bonds by 6 billion. Now you've gotten all this money. If my president today is blaming the credit agency, did he blame himself for using 59 million for operational enhancement? Did the president himself blame himself? My president went around this country and he uses how much? 16 million on the regional tours. Is it the credit agency who asked you to misuse our monies like that?
Honorable, the dichotomy here is that the president always insists that if peradventure, if it had not been the Russian aggression war in Ukraine and COVID-19, Ghana would have been the buoyant of economies in Africa.
That is the hypocrisy of MPP. And I wonder when I listen to the MPP people talking, what happens during Mahama's time? They say Dunso is internally generated. Go and check 2007 if AKUFO didn't bring out the load shedding timetable. What did AKUFO do about that? He didn't do anything. So somebody was able to manage Dunso. You people say 4 years. Some says 5 years. He managed it and leave you with enough generating capacity. But you are complaining. You, Ukraine, and what? Russia war. What are we seeing here? That if you leave office today is what you are living for Ghanaians, despite the Ukraine and Russia war and COVID. What is he living? Do you know Nanado is feeling ashamed of himself? His body soul is feeling ashamed. So now he just wants to be talking. Please, my president, yes, I respect you so much, but you are not talking. Excuse me, with due respect to him. He's making noise. With due respect to him. Because these are the people who were shouting during Mahama time. With inflation of 15%, they say economy is bad. The credit rating agencies were downgrading Mahama. They say, yeah, look at Mahama. The economy is bad. There's so much corruption. What is it today? But now, what is it today that we are seeing? Mahama was trying to work hard to create what? Exim Bank and put money inside there. You came, you deplete this money, you share the money to your cronies, and you are blaming who for that? Mahama, in the midst of what? Dunso, he was able to set up an energy sector levy fund. Nanado, what did you say? You just put taxes there for us. COVID tax. Meanwhile, the COVID, they say it is over. That is what you are leaving for us. Now you came, even Mahama left the energy sector levy. You use it as a collateral to take loan. What has gotten us here as Ghanaians? It is a very bad 6 years for this nation. So Nanado should stop talking. He should be packing and leaving. He has performed abysmally. And no wonder They say birds of the same feathers, that's what, flock together. As a very failed government is leaving, he's appointing another failed personality for us to come and rule.
Honorable. Anyway, as the result, the president believes Africa must develop its own financial institutions to support during a crisis.
My brother, do you remember the time
I think it's a good clarion call.
Yes, it is a good clarion call. I clap for him, but it is just words. He didn't back it with any action. No, not at all. And it is during his time that we saw so many, as ECOWAS chairman, that we saw so many coups in West Africa. Is it not true?
Yes, it's true.
That is a sign of failure. That is a sign of a failed person. During his time, we saw debt exchange in this country. That is Nana Addo. Another failure. Individual bondholders' money were taken. Another failure. Banks' money were taken. Another failure. Made ECOWAS chairman so much coup d'etat. Another failure. The man is a failure. The man is a failure. I'll plead with the journalists whenever they are calling press conference. Know what you give to us. He has caused pain. Tell me, upon all their competent, what strategies have they developed? We were having, do you see that our Ghana card is ECOWAS card?
Yes.
Have you heard that from Rolling Stone they are trying to develop West African currency called ECO?
ECO, yes.
What did he do about it? Charity begins at home.
It's still in their bedrooms.
What did Nana Addo do about it? What did he do about it? You talk about the regional ones before becoming the whole of Africa. What did he do about it? What did Ken Ofori-Atta do about it? Nothing. These people, they are just there dispensing money for themselves. That is what they did. So Nana Addo, I'm pleading with him. This time he has caused us pain. And so he should stop talking as if he could do something again. He cannot do anything. Apostle Lawrence, do you know that by 4 months' time, when MPP gets their flag bearer, Nana Addo will be going to oblivion?
Yes.
Nobody respects him again. You see that people started talking. Yvonne Nelson and others are writing memoirs.
That's right.
Now, that is his record. He has failed. He should not deceive you today, because every project you want to take has a period. You get me right? And if you want Africans to set up a bank, you see, it is not 1 year issue or 2 years issue. It takes so many processes. Like the Exim Bank that Mahama have created, you should have put in money there. That is where we see his commitment.
All right, Honorable, let's
the resources.
All right, so let's wrap up with this. This comes after the sector's legacy debt reached about $2 billion as of the end of May 2023, and an estimated shortfall of $5.9 billion between 2023 and 2025 due to the current, this is where my question is coming from, due to the current conditions of state-owned enterprises and independent power producers in the value chain. According to him, these reforms will substantially reduce losses in the energy sector and pay off the debt, which threatens the sector. We all know about Cal Power, Ameri deal, whatever, Ameri power plants, right? And so I know it was during the NDC's tenure, and I think a lot more were said about this. Even I think I remember vividly we were getting along the Easter period, so people were like a happy, a merry Christmas and the likes. I heard all these things. Now, looking at the figure here, it's beyond the ceiling. 5.9 billion between 2023 and 2025, and because of recently the country director for, I think, World Bank also indicated that Mahama's government messed up big time because of this power purchasing agreement, and the former power minister Dr. Donko came out vividly to condemn those allegations. Your take on this one once we end on this?
Yeah, my dear Apostle Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
The issue here is that I have a land of gold, and I have to mine the gold, getting an equipment. And I went and borrowed money or agreed in terms of equipment renters. And I managed to dig the gold, mine the gold, and put the gold nuggets on the table for you, and I leave office. What should you use gold nuggets for? The NPP people have sunk this country into so much debt level to the extent that they don't know what they are saying in it. Yes, if the IPPs were expensive, is there any reason? Yes. When you have an emergency operation, and as compared to a normal program operation, which one is expensive? The emergency one will always be expensive. But that expensiveness must be in a context.
That's right.
The World Bank was here. The other time we spoke about, the World Bank was here, the IMF of this country. What did they say about that? My brother Pierre Rapport, I will not say anything against him. But when you come back, is it the MPP people who are saying that there was so much generating capacity or the excess power? Did you hear them saying that thing? Excess power. Mahama left so much excess power and we are paying for it. So what will you do? The lines, some of the lines, I told you where I'm sitting right now, I could see some of the lines going to Togo. Mahama with the European Union, they've sponsored that. So we are supplying northern part of Togo. Now Burkina Faso want to, they've gotten everything for the MPP people to supply them so that we can sell this energy and make some money. Have they done the Burkina Faso one? Now, this is a government that came to power and tooted one district, one factory, which we know very well that they are going to use energy. What is the state of those one district, one factory? MPP has been so lazy on the seat and causing everybody pain. They put the excess capacity down for you. Today, what is the excess capacity? Can they tell us? Nanado cannot tell you. Baumia cannot tell you. Ken Ofuriatta cannot tell you. Even the Minister of Energy cannot tell you. These are the people in office. Did you hear them the time they were giving us the COVID figures? Nanado give us different one. Baumia give us different one. Ken Ofuriatta give us different one. These are the people in the room. These are the experts in the room giving different figures. So this energy issue that we are talking about, even today, if we don't invest again into the energy sector, in 2026, as experts are saying, we are going to face problem again. So these people left the excess capacity they are talking of, which to me it is not true, down, and then we incur debt. But let me tell you, Apostle.
Yes, sir.
Let us check the free meters that the MPP people distributed. I am giving you this news. The free meters they have distributed in thousands and give it to their party apparatus. How do we rope those energy ratings into the ECG system?
That's right.
How do we? I am telling you the fact. And the government must move through the country and see the mess that this MP are forced. They distributed meters to their party boys who are electricians, and then they connected. My brother, they connected without the consumer's information in the system.
That's right.
It is a big thing. Even yesterday, a friend called me, and it is a very, very big thing that is happening, or that has. Party chairman, party constituency executives were having meters today as we are speaking under their bed. And the story is that when they consume power to a certain level, then they will remove the meter and throw it away and fix the new one. When you ask them, they will tell you that somebody has stolen it. I am telling you this for a fact. They should go out. This is a message I brought out. They should go out and check, especially in some rural areas.
That's right.
They should go and check what has happened. As I'm speaking right now, I collected meters as a member of parliament the time I was in office. Do you know what we did?
Tell us.
The contractor was gotten. He has a form. They will write your name, your number, the meter number. So immediately the contractor fixes it for you. He sends the list to what? The ECG. They should go and check during the MPP time whether they did the same thing. They should go and check. Those are the energy leakages that we are facing today. But they are just sitting down there talking about IPPs. The meters you distributed to your party chairmen and party constituency executives. How do they fix them? How do they fix them? MPP is a baggage.
Honorable, thank you. MPP is a baggage. Honorable, always a pleasure speaking with you on Mpɔtam Morning Show. We are so grateful.
And I say good morning to your listeners once more.
Thank you, sir.
Whatever I say and you are somebody is uncomfortable, forgive me.
we are all building a nation. This is part of nation building. We have to dialogue and put Ghana on track. So is it not that? We appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir. All right, so that was Honorable Daniel Ashiama. Honorable Daniel Ashiama speaking to the issues. I'm glad and always excited when I speak to this. The result was, interestingly, teacher for the quite short. Yes, it's a big short 9 times. You saw it. The list is twice. Some have written 9 times. That's amazing.
And they are still going.
They are still writing.
Attorney.
Because they need the license. They need the license.
They should do the needful.
Who do you say teacher for to be sure social didn't hear their mouth say answer?
And they say,
or Maki or no shame or yes, who try
oh, massa. Any address. All
right, so David.
Sometimes say, yeah, Musa, yeah.
That's right.
Teacher for me or mutimu.
All right, hold it there. I have Honorable Solomon Asante. He's MPP's communication member. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
We're doing well. I hope you're also doing well.
The Lord is faithful. We are bouncing.
Your technical team and everybody.
They are all bouncing well. Everybody is
doing
well. How's the family?
By the same grace, they are also here. Doing very well.
We thank God. Honorable, we have 3 issues to discuss with you. The first one is the president declaring war against the rating agencies who are downgrading nations, especially African countries, during trying moments and all that. The president has really spoken using some of these words. They've been reckless in their dealings with Ghana and African countries. But before that, Honorable, how is Ghana doing?
Thank you very much. And I say a good morning to your cherished listeners.
Yes, sir.
On the whole, just as we can all see, let's take a look at maybe the last quarter of last year, how the economy was, how the system was. I was feeling it. You were feeling it. Everybody was feeling it.
Yes, sir.
Because we know where the dollar rose to. We know fuel prices, where it got to. At a point, just a liter of diesel that I buy into my car was 23 plus.
That's right.
Today, what is the narrative? I hope you understand me.
Yes, sir.
So we'll say, yes, it is true that exogenous factors set in. It is true that the economy went on rampage. But by the grace of God, it is better now than it used to be some time ago during the heat of the 2 factors which hit us strongly. I hope you understand me. So if you ask me how is the economy or how is Ghana today, I will say Ghanaians are now having a sigh of relief. In fact, we are in that process. I'm not saying we have done that completely, but we are in a process. And I know with time it will be far better than what we are even enjoying now.
That's right. That's right. I'm happy, and I think the dollar now is around 10 Ghana cedis or so.
Yes.
All right. So, Honorable, let's go to the main subject. The president has spoken concerning the rating agencies downgrading countries, especially Ghana being part of the countries that had been downgraded. Especially, the president worries about the period or the timing when Ghana is in crisis. That is the very time these agencies were just bringing out their grading marks and all that. And it affected Ghana when we didn't have much access to go to the capital market. Your take on this one?
Thank you very much once again.
Yes.
On this very one, in fact, before the president came out to speak, somewhere around the last quarter of last year, personally, I was making some assessments. Is it because these rating agents have allies who are anti the government, perhaps within Ghana or what? Because you don't know where, when, as you said, when almost the strongest economies were going on their knees, and we are also having our fair share of the impact. That is when they choose to do this ratings. That is when they choose to come out with this, let me put it, negative ratings to cause displeasure on the capital market for us. So, ordinarily, as human as the president is, I wouldn't begrudge him for going the line that he went. In as much as some may say perhaps some of the words could have been chosen carefully, the substantive, the purpose, the motive of coming out.
Yes, he is of the view that these rating agencies downgraded the country's credit worthiness to junk status. That's his problem. And it resulted in Ghana being blocked from accessing the capital market.
That is, but you used the word that he used the word reckless. Is that not? That is it. That's what I'm saying. When I'm talking, I just want to justify all corners. In as much as the word reckless that he deployed in his statement may seem too harsh for some, I would say the motive and the purpose for which he came out is justifiable, because, as I said, before he came out this year, I had even contemplated within the last quarter of last year. I personally had contemplated on that. So I would say even he is late on arriving on the subject. Yes, because I had contemplated earlier. How you understand me? Sometimes it's very ridiculous. It's very ridiculous when you see that even America, almighty UK, they are all talking about recession. The economy going to recession. It was at a point in time they were talking about 40-year record of inflation that they've not got into that before. But because of this pandemic, because of the fact this Russia-Ukraine thing, this is where they've got into. And they are praying not to go to recession. As I'm talking to, as of 23rd May of this year, barely a month ago, they were talking about looking at the possibility of going to recession in the second half of this year.
That's right.
That we are looking about July going. We are looking at it.
Yes, sir.
That is CNN reports. So you can see that this the impact of these two factors that came in to hit world economies is a global phenomenon.
That's right.
It's a global phenomenon. And you know what? Every economy was at a certain stage before this thing came.
That's right.
So the impact wouldn't be the same. So if you are there, you tell me Togo is here and nothing. Togo wasn't into free SHS. Togo wasn't into this sort of freebies that we were promising, free this, free that. We brought in how many? 310, ambulances.
So Ghanaians to justify the economy at the time.
At it, but look, I understand. Because when you are in difficulty, because personally, during the time, even till now, it has become a practice, and I find it difficult going back to my normal use. I drive from home, drop the children at school, park somewhere closer to the school. And then say at the junction, I just pick my trotro and then I'm in town. When I close, I just come back, pick the trotro to the junction, pick the car, pick the children. So it has become a norm. Why did I start doing it? I started doing this when the fuel shot to 23 per liter.
That's a smart move.
So it cannot meet my income. I said no. If it can't meet my income, I have to cut the material according to the size of my coat.
That's right.
So what I can best do is just drive from home with the children.
So now it's not cut your coat according to your size, but cut the material according to
you have to cut the material according to the size of it. That's all. Yes, that is what I'm doing. So at that time, when you are left with no option than taking certain rare decisions in your life, that is where you can go the bizarre way of sort of, if the care is not taken, you go up gear and be saying all sort of things. So I understand when Ghanaians were complaining. I understand when Ghanaians were not seeing reason.
That's right.
In what is actually prevailing.
That does it mean, per the president's speech, does it mean that when economies are thriving, these rating agencies don't really pay attention to it? They only pay attention when things are in haywire?
In another man's language, he will say, you and I were not there. But in this case, that's you right. and I are in the country.
That's right.
And we are privy to what is going on. And we are privy to the story of the pandemic. We are privy to the story of the Russia-Ukraine war, which hit many economies. So do we say that during this period, the rating agencies, whom no one has employed, didn't they know that there was something going on globally to settle on a nation to downgrade a nation? What is informing that decision? Am I justified to say there are some, or to even think for once that are they working with some allies within? Because we know them, they're within. Yeah, we know them. They're naysayers, we know them.
Honorable, according to the president, during the country's economic crisis, Afrexim Bank provided the needed support to help Ghana navigate the macroeconomic management challenges worsened by Russian aggression, war in Ukraine in an orderly manner when suddenly we realized we were alone. Honorable, let's juxtapose what the rating companies are doing vis-a-vis what the president has said. Don't you think, as a result of all these, don't you think Africa must develop its own financial institutions for support during a crisis?
That is something that we have waited too long on. Personally, I support that call. Personally, I support it. Some time ago, when this issue of ECHO, that's the currency for West African, I was very happy. But I mean, I didn't hear anything about it.
Europe have euros now.
They have the euro now. They have the, so those times, the Italians were with their own currency, the lire, and then you the Dutch mark, and then the guilders for Netherlands. You see, but now the euro is taking over. That same thing. In fact, anyway, we thank God at last, under the leadership, I would say the ministership of Alan John Kwadwo Kyeremanteng, we have been able to establish the Secretariat of the AFTA here in Ghana. Yeah. Because it is one means of having a common market for African, the entire continent. I mean, the nations within Africa.
Which is a good initiative.
Which is a good initiative. This is something that Kwame Nkrumah, Muhammad Gaddafi, they have all tried to ensure that Emperor Salas, they tried that we should have this, but something common to bind the African together. Today, in the history of Ghana, under the ministership of Alan Kwadwo Kyeremanteng, we've had the AFTA in place. And this AFTA, the other day I spoke about it, when they started, they did the guided trade. The guided trade was to sort of like a pilot trade to see how the whole thing will run. 8 nations within the continent was involved. Ghana took 2 companies, Keda Ceramics from Shaman. They were exporting their ceramic products to Cameroon. And then Benso Oil was also doing the palm kernel oil to Kenya. And you know what? You know when we were about to go to IMF, we were saying our balance of payment, and simply put, what it means is the rate at which we use the dollar in importing is far more, it far outweighs that which we export, because we don't export into the country to gain the forest, but we rather need the forest to do what? To import. So if this after trade, only the guided trade, 2 companies are involved, and they send their wares outside the country, and then the returns come in the form of the forest, that the dollar. Don't you think it is also going to help to complement, to balance?
Certainly.
I hope you understand. Certainly. That's what I'm saying. We thank God that, well, it has kept long in Africa having a common market, but today in our era, if I say in our era, that's our generation. We are witness, because Kwame Nkrumah couldn't witness this. Though he fought seriously for that. Mohammed that I've looked at how sadly he passed out, but he was fighting for this and he didn't realize it.
That's right.
But during our generation, we are privileged to see that for the first time the AFTA is in place. Mine is if Ghanaians will see reason and will see the importance, the essence of this AFTA establishment, we will sort of give authority, we will give the mandate to the one or the brain behind this, so that it can steer the affairs of the nation, tying it to that of the African continent. So that this issue of we having a common market, a common currency that you are even suggesting will come to fruition. Because the moment you have the market, what are we going to do at the market? It's a trade. And trade comes in, you're talking about income or money. If we have a common income, just like the euro have, don't you think we'll be heading somewhere? So I want to plead to our LPP delegates that they should think along the line, and then see in between the lines, and then sort of settle on Alan Johnson for us, because I mean with him we are exposed to more fortunes.
Industrialization.
I bet you.
That's right.
I bet you.
Anyway, ECOWAS expert and immigration has collaborated to implement Eco Visa. So we are waiting for the Eco money so that the Eco Visa too will come into fruition. So,
I pray this initiative by ECOWAS will not be like the ECO, that's a common currency.
That's right.
That was the song that was sung of it. Some years back until now. We've not seen any
exactly. That's a proposal. It's a single visa system akin to the Schengen model. They took a significant step forward as ECOWAS experts decided to deliberate on this one, Eco Visa. So we pray that it comes to pass.
Let's pray.
Because as an African, when you are going to South Africa, you need a visa and all that. It's another thing. But we pray and believe that at least we can. There will be free movement of persons and migration of the ECOWAS Commission as well. So it's a good step in the right direction. Honorable, I can't let you go without talking about Asin North. As we speak, every political animal is in Asin North. The NDCs divide and then the MPPs divide. There's been a lot of counter accusations, communist inferior tactics being implemented left, right, center. The accusations is becoming unbecoming. Honorable, what are the chances of the NPP in this election, 27th of June?
Thank you very much. 27th, you shouldn't even mention it. Somebody may think even it is far. Let's just go next week Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah.
The moment you say next week Tuesday, then it's like, yeah, hey,
that's right.
27th, somebody may think it's some. Yeah. Right. Anyway, thank you for that. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that this seat will come back to the MPP. Wow. Why am I saying this? At the time when Jechi had his way through to become or to be elected by the electorates, we had, as a political party, MPP, we had differences at our front within the constituency. There are challenges. And because of that, Jechi had his way through with a margin of a little above 3,000 votes. Today, as we speak, our front is united within the constituency. And a candidate, which is the choice of the people, has been chosen by the people.
That's right.
And the candidate is going into the fight. I know, and I'm fully convinced that the electorates in Asinov are going to look at the records of the MPP so far in power to give the nod to their son, Charles Opoku.
That's right.
I don't need a suicide, as I've told you earlier, I don't need a suicide to tell me that MPP is going to take this. Yes, personally, I was there over the last weekend, and look, definitely, inshallah, by the grace of God.
I don't want to be diabolical, but on this one, I want to be. Is that the reason why the MPP is doing everything possible to put Jachikwese behind bars? His court case, there is a decision by the court that there's going to be day-to-day hearing of the matter in the High Court. Is that an agenda to sabotage the whole move?
Let me polish your intro. You're not being diabolical. You're not being diabolical.
All right, thank you, sir.
You just want to play the devil's
advocate.
Yeah, you're not being diabolical.
That's right.
It's a nice thing to hear from you, but I will say once again, these are the concocted stories of the NDC. See, when they see defeat staring at them, they would like to see everything. What didn't happen in Kumewu? What didn't they say in Kumewu? In the end, what was the result? Now, the MPP, I want to reiterate, the MPP is not the court. And the court is not the MPP. Let me say it again, and very in simple terms. The justices of the law court are not MPP. And it is not the MPP officers or leaders who are occupying the Supreme Court as judges.
That's right.
When recently a case was held, a case was ruled. I've forgotten the exact case by His Excellency the former President John Mahama. No, it wasn't a case. That is when they went to their conference and he became emerged the victor. He came out commending the EC for the good works they have done.
Have they been inconsistent with the truth about the EC?
Oh yes. You see, NDC and the EC, anytime it goes for them, the EC did a good work. If it doesn't go for them, especially His Excellency the former President John Mahama. Look at 2012, when we were not happy with the result and went to the Supreme Court for the first time to test the laws of the nation. That time, John Mahama says the EC was a very good institution. They did their work perfectly. In fact, he hailed them.
Yes, sir.
When the decision of the Supreme Court came out that John Mahama was the victor and that he should remain as the president, what did our leader, then the leader of the MPP, the AKUFO-ADDO, what did he say? He says, like, we are displeased with the decision, but we can't do anything.
For the sake of the country.
Yeah, we can't do anything than to agree with we disagree with the decision of the but we can't do anything about it.
We accept it in good faith.
Yes,
and for the sake of the country.
This is the position of MPP compared to the position of NDC when there is a loss in election. Compared to it, you see the differences.
That's right.
And then in 2016, John Mahama lost. What didn't they do to Jane Mensah, the commissioner of the EC, and even the EC itself? In 2020, they lost. It took the whole minority of the NDC parliamentarians to march from the Job 600 to the roundabout where the Electoral Commission HQ is located. In red and black ties and dresses. What is their problem? They said GC has tied the hands of John Dramani and the NDC behind them and given undeservingly to the MPP and Nana AKUFO-ADDO. Look at the allegations, the magnitude of the allegations they raised, and the distortion they caused on our roads and in the media landscape and within the minds of the Ghanaian citizens. Now, when they were about to go for their national conference between Brasami Foto, Ampofo Samuel, and then Asiedu Ketia, what was the tape what was the content of the tape that came out? That that election, they knew before going to court that it has no merit. They don't have any case. In fact, mosquito have to go to Chachu Kape, go and talk to him. And Chachu said, hey, this thing, if this is what you're saying, then matter is very holy. Look at the Kape advising them that this is very holy. But Tuntum said, no. And then I remember Keke Gabo, he says, so become a cameraman cop. This is will not die you. It will still be depending on this and then look at the disgrace. They went to court and then nothing came out of it. And now the secret has come out that they had nothing. So they cried about nothing. They caused commotion in the nation about nothing. They distorted the minds. They threw dust into the eyes of the people for nothing. These are the people we are talking about. So when they start like this, I said, no, you should know they have seen something. That which when I was there over the last weekend, that I saw that the seat is coming to MPP. They've seen it. So they have to start alternative means of giving hope to their people that yes, the MPP did this. That is why it resulted in that. So it is dress rehearsal. Let them continue with it. Because whatever they do, they are going to lose the seat.
All right. Honorable, thank you very much. Always a pleasure speaking with you. We are grateful.
No mention. Bye, sir. Bye.
All right, so that was Honorable Solomon Asante of the MPP. He's part of the communication team of the MPP. I'll go for a quick break, and when I'm back, David Santos will speak and will draw the curtains on Mpɔtam Morning Show, Tuesday, Wednesday edition of Mpɔtam Morning Show. The name remains PAPALAW Perfect. Stick and stay right here. On my be year is seminu miunara was here boy a homodin na ye jumadin Adipija Ghana jina baby jina. Let's work together hand in hand and let's put our communities in order. Let's work hard to tidy up our communities. David Santos.
3,000 years you can't go wrong.
Yeah. 3,000 years.
You can't go wrong with me.
You can't go wrong.
We say
Papa.
And
then 7 doors.
Yeah.
And your person come once, but near a teacher for a bonded to this.
She said, dear,
if you are tried 9 times. 9
times.
It's already back home.
I come back home now a decade.
Okay.
But teacher for the na sign dear.
I'm sorry.
Majority na and okay.
Use that.
Okay. Ebimu dear ateni enye kra. But anka
my mother is a teacher, proud teacher.
40 something years.
The people teachers are not good training and son and wakwa university for the ABA master on her own. Matthias here. Into there to us.
But only say
a
teacher for her.
Some catch you into the matter me but story knows you repeating bed 3 times.
Yeah.
Because teacher for be said more discipline colano. And so no one can answer a bomb. And you know what you also can ya dear.
The next one on best set question moon free. Yeah, your best set question I won't be that.
What that was
yeah. Attending from beginning
to the end.
Yeah, And the doctor akasa. And me person me call too much.
A report if he free year or central.
Yeah.
Same not way no. And you know honorable Ashaman so kasa any honorable Solomon Asante so akasa.
Okay. Attorney. I will touch on our reporter Kweku Free, and then I will come back straight forward to Honorable Solomon Asante. Okay, Attorney. Me, the reason why I like you is because you are a straightforward man.
That's right.
You say the thing as it is without fear or favor. Very good. People were of the view that what the chief said to John Dramani Mahama.
Because of polishing.
And polishing. Me, I hate those that I hate in life is people who are hypocrites. Let us all agree to the fact that they have done some, and the development started before the by-election.
So
and they all know.
He can report about what has taken place before, prior to the election.
This is not about affiliating himself to any political party. I don't want people to see this in a different angle. Let us say the truth.
And Nananum are the custodians of the land.
Yes.
So they always want to see development.
That is it.
Their subjects must see development.
That is it.
It will also help him as a chief.
Okay. So why are people saying that? I don't know whether they should they want the chief to wait till John Dramani left the Deba before he said no. Let him know this is how we are supposed to go about our politics. We shouldn't be because the president.
On one breath,
okay.
I think people felt when you speak like that with during this political atmosphere, people might think you are wearing the MPP colors. On another breath,
okay.
I also think that it was a right call. It was a clarion call to former president, so that in case he's also voted into power, he will also follow the steps of this current government.
Thank you.
At least they've developed it to a certain level. So when you come, it will continue. I think he was actually challenging the president so that he can challenge the status quo.
That is it.
So I get it.
Okay, so with that aspect, I don't want people to see that as Debbie. It's not something like that. He's saying the truth.
That's right.
And what the people want is what is going on there.
Say something.
Yes, see something, say something. We are simple.
That's right.
And
in fact, that is one of the cliches of this government I love so much. But it looked like, on a lighter note, it looked like NPP, any cliche they drop, it sticks deep.
Yes.
When they brought this necessary created, see something, say something.
Simple.
Even on campuses, university campuses, lecturers are using it, students
you report something.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, Attorney,
yes,
that is the truth. Now, another issue I want to raise is about the economy. Attorney, whilst we are, talking about the bad thing that is going on in the country or how the economy has changed to a hard matter, we should also talk about the good ones, of course.
Yeah.
This government have done some. We should all remember that the promises came before the COVID. And when a man plans...
So before the COVID,
yes.
How was the economy like? It was thriving. I mean,
you see...
You cannot attest to it.
And, when you plan and something came up to destroy it, it is very difficult for you to plan again and continue with the same promises. So we should also agree that the COVID also destroyed a whole lot of things when it comes to the economy because...
teachers were paid without going to the classroom.
Thank you.
Most public workers, apart from those in the essential services, the doctors and the likes, but most people were at home, but they were enjoying the...
They were enjoying it. So we shouldn't be like... This government has not done anything and all that and all that.
I have always been saying that anybody who says this government or any government have never done anything, I laugh. Even the military juntas. Go and see a champion and teacher courtesies in Kumasi. It will blow your mind.
People
don't even know that a champion did the Akuse Dam.
Uh-huh.
Most people don't know. Part of Akosombo, even Akosombo Dam, a champion did part of it before the inauguration. Yes. And people don't know. Go on an excursion and you see his plaque there. Wow. This portion was commissioned by General AKUFO. And so AKUFO, the lives of a champion, the AKUFO.
They have also
at least they did something. Liman, they did something. So anybody who says this guy didn't do anything, what do you mean? They did something, but maybe not up to your expectation or the standard you wanted them to
meet. So that is my point. So when we are talking about the bad things, we should also make sure that we throw shots on the good things as well. You know, and then Honorable Ashaman Daniel, he also said when it comes to politics, the MPP is known of using money. I don't agree to that. Both of them use money. We saw John Dramani Mama giving 40 cedis to each and every these people candidate. So
national
thing. So when it comes to political influence with money, both of them, in fact, all the political parties
are all
involved. Yes,
they are victims, and they have been leading and championing this cause.
That is it. So you see, so when we are talking about issues like this,
they are all to be blamed.
They are all to be blamed because they are part of what is happening right now.
You came from.
You see,
we don't have short memory.
No.
PAPALAW radio.
Hey,
on Mpɔtam morning show.
Yeah, but yes, we'll dig to it and then we'll refer you because we can see all those kind of things happening in MPP, NDC. So they are also part of what is going on right now, where people are using money in front of everybody. They are sharing money. At the end, blood will even be flowing because Ukofa one city, no bisu the same one city. The same person is also going for the one city. And so attending so far, that is what I want to address when it comes to the distance. But Jachi question issue,
that's right,
I will want to end with it. They know that the man is affiliated allegiance to two countries, which is Canada and then Ghana.
That's right.
The constitution stated clearly that you can't hold two countries certificate
citizenship. Yeah.
Yes. And so if somebody saw that and the person raised this issue, why should the person is doing the right thing?
Interestingly, the NDC as a party rejected him in disqualified him in 2012.
Okay. Why?
2016 they disqualified on the same grounds.
Okay.
You see? But now that is in the it's like this is a fearsome. This is a family issue.
A family issue.
Okay.
So we didn't bring it out.
Yes.
Okay.
But now that another enemy. You see, even in our household, in our various families.
Yeah.
Anybody your uncle can discipline you. But when an outsider want to beat you and go, they won't allow the person to go scot-free.
Thank you.
So the NDC is now, for lack of better word, pretending as if they don't know this man was having a dual citizenship.
Yeah.
That's the problem on the table now.
You are right.
So I think we have to get to a point where the truth must be established.
That is it.
The truth is that he was disqualified in 2012, 2016, and I'm told even 2020.
2021, 2022, 2023. He said it.
And power must change hands. Some powerful figures, animals in the party decided to bring him.
That is it.
And even when this court case, when the Supreme Court declared that his name must be expunged from the records of Parliament, in other words, his election as a member of Parliament for the people of Asin North had been rendered null and void, they still presented the same candidate.
You see,
what is it about?
What is it about?
All right, so
you even ended you even ended my statement for me. It's very clear because they know. So they should agree to the fact. You see, when mistake comes and we want to go back to refer, it's nothing. They were of the view that this issue has been solved already and all that, so they should allow them out. the law is also talking
clear.
And yes, and he's saying that the attorney general is insulting. Now someone holding who buy. And
it's not a national assignment.
Yeah,
it's for his own interest.
That is it. And way and yes, he's insulting the people of Asim.
Anyway,
so
let's see how the law rules.
Yes, it's in today. Today.
I'm sure
so
by 11 o'clock the issue will be called at the High Court.
We'll bring them the update later.
Yes, we'll give our listeners the update. Thank
so
you, David Santos.
Yes, I will end.
All right, so our reporter is here, Oheniba Kofi Prince. Remember, last week he gave a report concerning our mothers, our market women who are selling along the roadsides. And about 3 people lost their lives because a car just veered off the road and had to kill 3 innocent souls. And so, as a good media house, we went there to report and we spoke truth to power. And today, he has a different story to tell. So, I will allow him to give us the update so far, what has been happening in Ashama Market, specifically where?
Joe Cinema.
Where?
Joe Cinema.
Joe Cinema, Ashama. Is that the name of the area?
Yeah, just.
Oh, I see. So, Oheniba Akwaba.
Yeah.
Then report now was. It's a Friday, it's a Thursday now.
Yes.
Report to Ashama. Joe
Cinema.
Joe
Ashama,
Cinema.
yeah,
Ashama from the Oba Umini.
Okay. The Joe Cinema.
Joe
Street
Cinema.
I say.
Nipa bidin. No more dia to so. I don't know
cinema ho nice cinema.
Okay, Joe Cinema.
Na
ti den ekoso ye ma me no mo matwem ho afi kwan ni ma ba ye fo ne so omuguso bro ma na den ekoso assembly ni sese.
Okay, sisi ano enam exercise omo ye last week no ama the insisayaba.
Okay.
Insisayaba because eneme ba no say kwan no
edem
pa omo tunto jene ni nto so kwan no ene de obi eni ho but ade ba kwa aka ne say nipa traffic na aka ya hu nipa no ya ye traffic exactly enti kwan no enhye da nye eso a nyina ye be de car no benya kwan afa
so many traffic one main traffic.
Yes.
Oko straight e ho ne ye de straight
oko straight oko atadeka Lebanon
no
new town no
mi se kwan ni e mo sado do
ne enti omuntu mbie mu ne say Ashama market ne ben omo de Ashama market no aben kwan no na gata no so metwa gata no so nso enye kese enti no there is no space aban no beka so be bie mu betumi bie mu aka enti the best thing is there ya omutonton ne ama na emo pamo no mo market ni musa na kwan no be den e be da ho mpan enti exercise na Ashama municipal assembly no no the Sosayaba the Sosayaba na ne wo fa kro no ma won se kro no cars na enam ho ekobasa na nipa na omutonton nyama kwan no na omatwe ho akọ echiri kakra enti am se kwan ni dem kakra na aka no so ye nipa traffic na aka ya ho de which traffic Ashama die papa and afem and your traffic light no maybe your traffic light Mandela traffic light okay say your report.
That's right.
Your report and your NS no be
that's right.
Go share no na traffic ni nyadwuma honorable
tighten the yom de honorable always honorable
pepe na ye me fa ho up to now traffic light ni nyadwuma papa up to now traffic light ni nyadwuma enti yesre say MTT4 mo na mo gina na mo instruct na mo direct traffic ni mo hwe na omunya bibi enfa because yen aba say for Mpɔtam.
That's right.
Yes, PAPALAW Mpɔtam money show and I think say yenya results papa.
That's right.
Yenya results
what boy juma so
yenya results because say ne Ashama kwan dem na omame for ton nyama kwan no say no ometumi akọchiri kakra
authority
na
atoma so
I think say nyama dida na
kwan so abo adwuma
wa ya nyame ase nyame ne da
enti ye bekoso
yeah
abo adwuma di ama ye Mpɔtam me gidi say Mpɔtam ne tia Ghana be a clean place to live enti honorable papa na reference MC you know
MC Abet Ochre
yesrew traffic light no bomodia na bua na mo fix it na so biemra yes ma accident e ho ne so ma hu say e ho na tutu
and I me fa ho still tenete
tie wo say ye hwe ne ye ne ye medam ase On my this is where we draw the curtains 10 minutes on top of the hour, 10 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We streamed and rocked live on www.mortingghana.com, online radiobox.com. Show produced by GH, my co-host David Santos. Madam Giftiana, God bless you and keep you and protect you. Our reporter or Hinimba Kofi Prince. I came, I saw, and I conquered. Nanamba Anan next. Lady Kenzie, next on your radio. Kofi Yesu will come your way with Ghana and Sensem. Treselina will be on your radio with Pillow Low Drive. Alright, so tomorrow, same time, 6:30 a.m. GMT till 10 a.m. GMT. I'll come your way with Mpɔtam morning show. I'm out.